to. Ugh.
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the upper concession area, the food reservation, soup salad, cinnamon rolls, and cookies. Also, side option, power, beef, cheese order from item. They begin after the first quarter of the bowl. All proceeds going to the Richmond family, and your support is appreciated.
The other way. You got babysitting duty tonight, huh? Right.
Double there, and it just felt like it fed a lot of momentum out and opened some things up for some of your guards.
You know, it did. Anytime we can get Brooke going, then they have to really double and triple team her, and she does a great job of finding our girls on the perimeter, and then that gives them a good, nice little shot. So, she's doing a lot of great things. We just got to keep her rolling and continue to do that every night.
Do you like your defensive effort? I know the Voss girl had 20 points, and Adigan was up there as well. Did you like what you saw with your team to really force them to get to that 20 late in the ball game?
I think we did a good job on our defensive game plan. Those two girls are really good players, and they're going to get their points, but we didn't give them too many open shots. They had to work for everything that they got. We got them off balance a few times, and so that made them shoot off, and it was just, it was to our advantage that they weren't on every time. So, and then the other girls, we did a lot of helping and being there for our teammates.
Once again, Coach Amy Felker here pregame tonight. Scott City takes on the Holcomb Longhorns. Holcomb, a team coming in tonight with a 6-2 record, and they've won 3 in a row here all out of the Christmas break there. And win over a rival Lakin on Tuesday night. This is a team that has no seniors on their lineup here this year, kind of like they were a couple years ago. Take a look at Holcomb. What really stands out to you with them?
Like you said, they are young. They're just gaining confidence. Every game they gain a lot of confidence. They're really good shooters. They're scrappy on defense. They're not scared to get in your face and take it to you. So, we're going to have to be ready for them and match their intensity and just remember to do our game plan.
And they don't have the size that they've had in the years past, but they sometimes, a couple of their players, especially the Jones girl, they play a lot bigger than what they have listed on the program.
The Jones girl does a good job of playing on the inside with the posts. Sometimes she'll even try to front the posts and make it hard to get the ball to them. So, Brooke's just going to have to do a great job of posting strong. Even our second post is going to be able to get some advantages on that. So hopefully we can really attack there. But I think that if they do really pack it on the inside, our guards are going to have a good night to step up.
It's only your second game since Christmas break here, since long hiatus. Do you like that, or would you kind of maybe like to have maybe one or two more games?
I wish we at least had a Tuesday game in here. You have a long break, you play one, and then you have another long break. And, you like to get the rust off, and we just haven't really got that. So, we still got to work hard, but there might be a little rocky things every once in a while.
It should be a good one here tonight, round one with Scott City and Holcomb coach Amy Felker here in the pregame joining me. Thanks again, Coach, for the time, and good luck to you guys.
Thanks, Adam.
That was Scott City Beaver coach Amy Felker. Your pregame interview brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with Hugh and Berta Benz and Scott City and Leota.
More to come in your pregame show. We'll have a breakdown of the matchup, bring you starters, keys of the game, and the tip-off after this timeout. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
When you want plain, let's go 1 minute here, please. Stephanie, please, and thank you. 1 minute.
Team Northern Supply is passionate about assisting you in achieving maximum net return per acre by delivering unparalleled agronomic advice and best in customer service. That's how they define success. To serve you better, they have an aerial application service and do it all for a very competitive rate. Call them today at 620-872-3058. Northern Supply, plain talk, exceptional results.
Protect your bottom line with crop insurance from Farm Bureau Financial Services. Farm Bureau agents Berta Benz and Hugh Benz in Scott City and Leota can help you select the right federal crop and crop hail insurance options for your farming operation. Call Farm Bureau agents Berta Benz and Hugh Benz in Scott City or Leota today to discuss affordable programs, competitive tools, and resources that can benefit your business. Now that's smarter insurance for agriculture. Western Agricultural Insurance Company, an equal opportunity provider.
And we're back here inside the Scott Community Event Center. Adam Kadavy with you here as we're moments away from the start tonight here of Scott City and the Holcomb Longhorns here as we are moments away from getting that started here. Of course, doubleheader between Scott City and Holcomb should be a fun one here between these two programs. Holcomb averages 44 points a game and 25 rebounds. As I mentioned, they have no seniors on their team. They are led by Jera Kurleski. She's a 5'7" junior, had 10 points against Lakin on Tuesday night. She averages 18 points a game, but Holly Jones, who's really turned into a double-double machine, averages 14 points and nearly 9 boards rebound. She's a 5'6" sophomore. Scott City, who snapped a 3-game losing streak last Friday night with a road win at Hugoton, 45-42. They are led so far this year by Brooke Strine. She had a double-double, 24 and 13 at Hugoton. She averages 16 and 9 a game, and Erica Felker with 12.5 points and 3.5 rebounds a game. We'll step aside for a 90-second timeout for your starters, keys, and the tip-off. Back in 90 seconds, this is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Great Western Tire is happy to be a part of the Scott City community. They have what you need when it comes to oil, fuel, or tires. Great Western Tire is your source for BF Goodrich, Dunlop, Goodyear, Kelly, Michelin, and Titan tires. With service trucks for on-the-farm pit stops. They're also your headquarters for 24-hour fuel. Take advantage of their Cardtrol gas, diesel, and off-road fuel to go along with offering bulk fuel delivery. Don't forget to bring your vehicle in for an oil.
And now let's meet the scoring lineup for tonight's game. With already catching the game of Disney, Longhorns of Holcomb. The Holcomb, power by Central number 2,
Insurance. They score big with their policyholders. Keys tonight here for Scott City. I think you have to continue to pound it into Strine, and it was successful at 24-13 last Friday against Hugoton on the road. Also another key tonight for Scott City. I think you have to stay out of foul trouble. That's been a big issue. Stay out of foul trouble, pound it into the paint. Those are your keys to the game. Brindley Stevens and Shine Kramer are suited up again tonight. They were unavailable last week. Good to see them there. Holcomb tonight will wear the road black uniforms. They'll have the orange numbers and letters in the white trim. Scott City in the home white tops with the navy blue numbers and letters in the trim around there. And Holcomb will win the tap, and we're underway as the Longhorns will have it first. They will move from right to left as I see it up top here at the Scott Community Event Center here in half number 1. Lady Beavers open up in his own defense. Left wing to Galliard up top. They work it now to Deniston. Deniston goes right side. Here's a deep three for Kurleski, and that is good. Her 17th three of the year gives Holcomb the early 3-0 lead. 7:33 to go first half and first quarter, and that's one you have to be careful where she is at. Here's an answer back three. Kendall Gentry too strong of the heel. Brooke Strine had it but lost it into the hands of Holcomb. They'll bring it across with Kurleski in transition. Layup is good. High out the glass for Bella Galliard. And just 45 seconds into the game, it is 5-0 here for Holcomb. As they set up in a zone there, Felker with a trap there now to Kendall Gentry. Finds Trout underneath right side, and that is good for two. Good job that time. Got the Holcomb defense up pretty high there, and then Trout was way behind the defense and put Scott City on the board. 6:50 to go first quarter at 5-2 for Holcomb. Lady Beavers now in a man-to-man. Up top with it is Deniston. One dribble into Hallie Jones. And her shot is stuffed that time and into the hands of Lewis. I've seen a lot of players the last name of Jones in the league over the last few years. Lewis with it. She can dribble it and take it across. And she does with 6:25 to go first quarter. Into Strine, there's a lot of contact, and that's Holcomb's first foul of the night. Officials tonight, Jeremy Dietz, Jake Eicher, and also Red Armberger. And the foul on Hallie Jones, the 5'6" sophomore, her first. Ball game's first foul. Scott City trailing 5-2. They'll inbound it. 6:22 to go first quarter. The ball deflected out. Quickly recovering on defense was Jared Kraleski. Kraleski had 10 points, at home against Lakin on Tuesday night, a game that they won 58-33. They'll get it into Strine, has great position, goes to her left, puts it up and in off the inbounds. Strine with the basket, and it's a 1-point game here with 6:15 to go first quarter. And I think you see what Scott City wants to do from the early going is get it into your post, into their post players, and they've done that so far. Trout with 2 and Strine with 2. Driving in, here's Deniston. Stop and go around Trout, and she'll lay it up and score it. She averages around 2.4 a game. That's her first basket, 7-4. Holcomb is 3 of 4 from the floor as we're 2 minutes into the ball game. 5:50 to go first period of play. Felker around Kraleski. She'll take it all the way. Split the defenders, lays it up, but she's fouled, and she'll get 2 free throws coming up with 5:45 to go here in the opening stands. Already 2 fouls here on Holcomb. The foul will be charged to Brooklyn Deniston, her first. Erica Felker to line where she is 77% on the year. Scott City's been pretty good as a team at 70%, and she nails that one to make it 7-5. With 5:45 to go first quarter, is Cheyenne Kramer, the first sub off the bench, replacing Megan Trout for Scott City. Kramer did not play at Hugoton last week. Second free throw, good. Felker hits them both. Scott City went 17-23 at the line at Hugoton last week, and that was big in their victory as Strine had a big chunk of that. 7-6, 5.5 to go, and a travel out high called on Hallie Jones. That'll be Holcomb's first turnover. They're a team that averages 20 turnovers a game. Both teams can get pretty high in the turnover department. And now the Lady Beavers with the ball with an opportunity for their first lead of the night. They're 2 of 3 from the floor to begin this game. Left side, Avery Lewis. 5 minutes, 20 seconds to go first quarter. Right side, Erica Felker looking to drive in. Is cut off by Kaylin King. Now trying to get it to Cheyenne Kramer on a bounce pass, and it was deflected and stolen away. Turnover number 1 on Scott City. So the Lady Beavers unable to get the lead there. Here's we're at the 5-minute mark of the first quarter. Now on high left. Here's a Kaylin King 3. That is good. Her 5th 3 of the year puts Holcomb on top 10-6 at the 5-minute mark of the first quarter. Holcomb has hit their first 2 triples. They're a team that averages 35% from 3. Felker for an answer back 3 left wing. That bounces off, and the rebound into the hands of Hallie Jones for Holcomb. They have a 10-6 lead in the ball. Scott City has not hit a 3. They're 0 for 2. And then a stop and pop Jones 3. That one is short, right into the hands of Kendall Gentry for the board. Little heat check from downtown for Holcomb there. 4.5 here in the opening 8 minutes of play. A screen for Kendall Gentry. Left corner, it goes to Avery Lewis. She gets around the screen. Now bounce pass to Kramer. Pivots back to Gentry out high. Holcomb in a man-to-man left baseline to Brooks Strine into Kramer in the paint. Pull-ups up and crawls off. Got her own rebound eventually. They'll say tie-up, and it'll be Scott City ball, though, on the possession arrow here with 4:16 remaining here in period number 1. It's Holcomb 10, Scott City 6. Felker to trigger it and lobs it into Strine, who catches it. Bank shot a little strong that time, and Brooklyn Dennison collects the boards. And a whistle, ball knocked out. Still going to be Holcomb ball here, 4:12 in the opening period. 10-6 Longhorn lead in the ball. They are 6-2 on the year. Their own losses, Cimarron game 1 and then to Goodland, but everybody that Goodland's played has lost this year. They play Hugoton tonight, do the Cowgirls of Goodland. Here's Hallie Jones. She'll drive right lane line, split the defenders, and draw the contact, and she'll get 2 free throws. She's a pretty good free throw shooter, the best on the Holcomb team at 76%. I believe they get Avery Lewis with the personal foul, and they do. Avery with the foul, her first. Jones yet to score, averages 14 a game. Free throw number 1 is good. 11-6 for Holcomb. As Mackenzie Metzger and Brinley Stevens in for the first time. Metzger, the 5'5 sophomore. Stevens, the 5'6 junior. Jones, the second free throw, no, but rebound Denniston. And she's guarded by Felker. Now back to Denniston. She'll fire the open three and bury it. Holcomb is 3 of 4 from downtown, and they have an 8-point lead. And they end up with a 4-point trip down, 14-6 with 3:40 to go first quarter. Now Felker, she double dribbled on an unforced error at high. She stopped right at half court, and Coach Amy Felker wants time. With 3:37 to go first quarter, I don't know the officials have seen her, but now they grant it to her. And we're going to have a full timeout. 3:37 to go first quarter. It's Holcomb 14, Scott City 6. Back in 1 minute, this is Beaver basketball.
They're honored to cheer on the Beavers.
We do it all, from major engine overhauls to that all-important oil change. We also offer BG products and nitrogen for your tires. Our staff and technicians are Ford trained and certified. So when you think maintenance, think Fortis Motors, your best field destination.
Holcomb has hit 4 of their first 6 shots from the floor, including 3 of 4 on threes, and they have an 8-point lead with 3.5 to go first quarter at 14-6. Their ball out of Scott City's second timeout. Left corner to Denniston, and now up top to Jones. Left side in the paint to Bella Galliard. Here's a deep three, and that is good for Kurleski. They are 4 of 5 on threes, and they're on a 10-0 run to lead 17-6 with 3:11 to go first quarter. She launched that one from a couple feet behind the arc, and then a steal out high by Krusk. A third turnover on Scott City, and then a push on Mackenzie Metzger, her first, and Scott City's second team foul with 3:03 to go first quarter. Wasn't a bad start here for Scott City, but things starting to go south here in a hurry. And now it's a 17-6 game with 3:03 to go. Metzger checks out. Kendall Gentry returns to the lineup up top to Kaylin King. Off a screen left side, it goes to Kurleski. Now high to Hallie Jones. Wraparound pass. Galliard fumbled it, but picked it back up. Holcomb has not subbed yet here in this quarter, as we're down to 2:48 here in the first period of play. Up top now to Jared Kurleski. Goes right side. Galliard will launch a three and hit it. My goodness. 20-6, 2:37 to go first quarter. Holcomb, has hit 5 threes, or 5 of 6 from downtown, and 7 of 9 in this first quarter. 20-6 here with 2:20 to go first period. Scott City at this point just needs to play their game here. As they get it into Strine, she'll go up, and she is fouled. She'll draw the foul on Kaylin King, her first, team's third, and Strine will get 2 free throws. But what I was going to say is Scott City just needs to play their game, and with Holcomb shooting as hot as they are, 7 of 9 from the floor, those odds are going to go down. Those shooting percentages are going to go down, what I'm trying to say. Free throw for Strine is good. That ends the 13-0 Holcomb run. 2:13 to go first quarter. Scott City has not had a field goal in over 4 minutes. In fact, their last points, 3 points, and now last 4 have come from the line. Strine has 4 and pulls Scott City to within a dozen, as we're at the 2:10 mark of the first quarter now at 20-8. And lob it in to Jones to the block. Goes around Stevens and puts it up and scores. It had great position underneath. They are 8 of 10 now. 22-8, 1:58 to go first quarter. Another big thing for Scott City is when Holcomb posts up, you need to push him off the block a little bit. They can get down there pretty good, get position at the low block. Felker right corner. She'll try a three. She'll be too strong on the three. Rebound Avery Lewis. Puts a dribble up, throws it up. No, Kendall Gentry tried to rip it away. It's into the hands of Hallie Jones. Also, Scott City has been owned on the glass here in this first quarter. At 5-3 here. And turning down the three is Kaylin King. Scott City yet to hit a three in this first quarter. They're 0 of 3. And here's a foul line jumper. Oh, my goodness. The bank's in for Jones. Holcomb cannot miss. 24-8 with 1:17 to go first quarter of play. Everything that Holcomb is throwing up seems to be going in this first quarter, and I think you need to check the dimensions of that rim after a while. It seems like it's a little wider on Holcomb's side. Avery Lewis right baseline jumper is good for about 15, 24-10, 59 seconds to go first quarter, and a big answer back basket for Scott City and Holcomb. Wow, Holcomb catches a break there. The officials had their backs kind of turned in the backcourt with Holcomb had the ball, and they lost it out of bounds. Then they're going to get a moving screen. I guess you could say that's a makeup call, but it also puts a foul on the board for Holcomb.
Jake Eicher makes the call. The foul will be on Jared Koleski, her first, team's fourth. Turnover to Scott City here with 45.4 here in the opening quarter. 24-10 Scott City trails. Holcomb has been on fire in this first quarter. Scott City just 3 field goals here, and Holcomb with a slew of them already. They're 9 of 11 from the floor. Here's a screen and then they get a foul up top. That's on Kaylin King. That's her second, and already Holcomb's 15th foul. Scott City's just been whistled for 2, as that time King is called for bumping Erica Felker. That'll bring in the first sub of the night for Coach Andrew Arter in Holcomb. That'll be up a 5'2 freshman, Sammy Magana, in for the first time. She averages around 1.3 points a game. Ball deflected, and it's going to be last touch by Scott City as they cannot reel it in. Holcomb forces Scott City into their 4th turnover here of the quarter. 28 seconds here in this first quarter, 24-10 for Holcomb. They have not missed from the field hardly at all here in this first period of play. Left side, it goes over to Brooklyn Denniston at the block, and then throwing up a shot and then throwing it out of bounds was Bella Galliard trying to draw a foul, but the officials did not bite on it. Turnover to Scott City with 9.7 to go first quarter, down 14. Here's Felker with it into the front court of 4 seconds. 3. Felker will take it all the way, try to split the defenders, and that's going to be a charge. And that time she tried to force it. You can tell Holcomb was set up. They had their feet implanted into the court there. And Felker with their first foul. Scott City's 3rd of the quarter. Longhorns to inbound under full court pressure by Scott City with 1.3 that make this one tough. They get it into Galliard. She'll launch a shot, but it'll be well short, and that's the end of your first quarter. Holcomb hot shooting in the first quarter. 11 of 14 from the field. They lead 24-10 after 1. Back in a minute for the second quarter of play. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Life is all about your vision. That's what Dr. Joshua Gooden and the staff at Scott City Eye Center believe. They care about your health and are dedicated to exceptional service to give your vision the level of attention it deserves. Dr. Gooden can diagnose and treat an array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. It's easy to see that Scott City Eye Center cares for your vision. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden today at 620-872-0040. Scott City Eye Center supports all area school activities.
Fairleigh Feed Yard in Scott City takes pride in being part of Kansas's cattle feeding industry and is constantly aware of the specific needs of today's cattlemen. You can expect the best at Fairleigh Feed Yard, located 7 miles south and 6 miles west of Scott City. They believe in the importance of feed and ration preparation, health programs, death loss management, and overall handling of your feeder cattle. Fairleigh Feed Yard supports the area activities and youth of Western Kansas. Make Fairleigh Feed Yard your custom cattle feeder. That's Fairleigh Feed Yard of Scott City.
If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out the J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained
Second quarter set to begin here, as Holcomb was 9 of 12 from the floor in the first quarter. Scott City just 2 of 9. Holcomb with a 24-10 lead. They were 5 of 6 from three-point range in that opening 8 minutes for the Longhorns. They get it in left block to Magnana, and now back out to Hallie Jones. Jones up top now to Brooklyn Denniston, goes left side to Sammy Magana. Magana now uses upper dribble, back out high to Galliard. Galliard holds it. Scott City playing a kind of a man defense here to begin the second quarter. 7:25 to go. Magana drives in, throws it over right side to Denniston, almost loses it out of bounds. Back up top to Holcomb here with Magana. She'll try a 3, blocked by Strine, but right into the hands of Galliard. He'll drive in, and then it's stuffed by Felker into the hands of Kendall Gentry for the board. Scott City with the ball in transition. Avery Lewis on her tiptoes, now backs her way in, is cut off trying to get into Strine, catches it, goes to her left, puts up the shot, and it's good. Strine with a half a dozen, 24-12, first minute of this second quarter of play. And the Lady Beavers with the last 4 in the ball game have pulled to within a dozen. That was a good offensive sequence there for Scott City. And here come the Longhorns with the basketball. With it is Sammy Magana. Magana holds it, looking for a cutter, uses upper dribble, now bounce pass into Kraleski, going in on Gentry, goes to right, throws up a wild shot out of bounds, and it's going to be, out of bounds, last touch by Scott City, or by Holcomb, excuse me. it'll belong to the Lady Beavers. Trying to add to the little 4-0 run, get this a little closer here. Holcomb has missed their first 3 shots of this second quarter. Here's where a little over 90 seconds into the period. 24-12, Scott City lead. Felker goes to her left, and that's going to be a moving screen on Brindley Stevens, and a pretty easy call for the official, Jeremy Dietz. Stevens with their first foul, the team's 4th of the half. When you set screens, you have to be set pretty solid, and that time she wasn't, and you could tell she was easily moving, but Stevens trying to get back into game action, hasn't played a competitive game in 3.5 weeks. Hallie Jones with it, guarded by Lewis. And now looking for Cutters Gallier, who had her back to the basket, now is open, now is a screen. A straightaway 3 is good for Jara Kurleski. She has 3 threes in the half and is 27-12 with 5:57 to go first half. She has 9 on 3 triples. She is 3 of 3 from the floor. Felker with it. Holcomb has hit 6 threes in this first half into Lewis. Goes to right, throws up the shot, and that one crawls in. Her second basket, she has 4, 27-14, 5:42 to go first half. Lady Beavers have hit their first 2 shots of this period, but have a lot of catching up to do. Holcomb has 18 of their 27 points from behind the arc here in the first half. Magana with it, now over to Galliard. Galliard holds it, guarded by Felker, looking for a cutter. Back to Magana between the circles. 5:15 to go. Nice cut here is Kurleski. We're going to get a reach-in foul. I think it should be before the shot, and it is. That'll be team foul number 5. That'll be on Kendall Gentry here first. Both teams have 5 fouls here in the first half. 5:15 second quarter. Holcomb 27, Scott City 14. Is back in will be Cheyenne Kramer and Mackenzie Metzger, replacing Brindley Stevens and Kendall Gentry. Inbound in, now up top it goes to Magana. Goes left with the pass to Kurleski. She has hit already 3 threes in this half. Back up top to Magana to Hallie Jones. Jones will put her on the floor, spin move, guarded by Lewis, drives in, sees the wall of Strine, blocks the shot to Strine, and the rebound goes to Scott City. Strine, that's her first board of the night. Lady Beavers can inch closer. Here's Brooke Strine driving in strong. She'll go to her left, the layup little strong that time, and Hallie Jones collects her 3rd rebound of the night. 27-14, Holcomb lead with the ball, 4:45 to work first half. Hallie Jones stops, top of the key. Now Denniston left wide open for 3. That one ramming in halfway in and out. And the rebound goes to her first cousin, Mackenzie Metzger, and a whistle and a foul in the backcourt. Been waiting to say that for a while to connect the two together. The foul will be on Magana, her first, team 6th. Scott City will bring in Megan Tratt, replacing Avery Lewis, and in will be Emily Resendez, who will replace Brooklyn Denniston. Holcomb will play maybe 7 players tops here tonight, as we're at the 4.5 mark of the first half, 27-14. Holcomb in the lead, Scott City with the ball. Step back, 3, short for Erica Felker, and here comes Holcomb racing back the other way with Kurleski. She'll lay it up. She has 11. She has not missed a shot from the floor. 29-14, 4:14 to go first half. That barrage of scoring to begin for Holcomb has been a big task for Scott City to try to come back from. Lady Beavers trying to chip into this deficit, but they have been unable to get any closer than 13. Kramer with a deep 2 left side. That is good. Her first basket, 29-16. 3:50 to go first half. Her first basket. 4, make that 5 Lady Beavers have scored here in this first half. 3:40 to go second quarter. With it is Resendez, the 5'6 junior. Now up top, here's Hallie Jones trying to get a screen, almost poked away, but Jones goes to her left. Here is going to be Magana for a 3. Wide right into the hands of Erica Felker on the backside for the board. Scott City can cut the deficit a little bit more here. 3:20 to go first half. They trail 29-16. Now to Strine right elbow. She'll drive to her left in the paint. Looking to pivot. Now finds Mackenzie Metzger. She'll go right side. Her shot is blocked by Kurleski, and out of bounds it'll stay with Holcomb, or with Scott City, I beg your pardon, with 3:13 to go first half. Scott City has shot the ball better in this second quarter. They have hit 3 of their first 6 shots this period. Lob it up top to Metzger. Holds it. Now we'll go left side to Kramer. Into Trap. Looking to back away in now to Strine. Left elbow jumper is, that went halfway in and out. Kramer trying to track down the rebound. She saves the play, but into the hands of Holcomb's Galliard. 2:58 to go first half. With it, stop and go. Kurleski now, they'll kick it out high. Hallie Jones left wide open for three. That one no, but crashing the board is Resendez, and she'll go up, miss it, and rebound Felker. She might have got hacked, but they let it play through. Scott City dodges a bullet there, and a whistle, and a ball deflected out of bounds. And Scott City will bring in Kendall Gentry and Avery Lewis, replacing Megan Trout and Mackenzie Metzger with 2:42 to go first half. Lady Beavers down 13. They hand to Strine. Bank shot good over Resendez, 29-18. It's an 11-point game, and Holcomb coach Andrew Artery wants a full time. 2:38 to go, second quarter, 29-18. Longhorns back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
Get the latest 5G devices at Next Tech Wireless. Now you can get the iPhone 14 Pro and the Samsung Galaxy S22 Plus on us, or up to $999 off any other device. And that's not all.
You might be operating under a different name, but JV still provides the same quality of service. Let Jamie at JW Enterprise fix that chip in your windshield now. Find JW Enterprise on Facebook or give them a call at 785
Chiropractic office. What do you strive for with your patients? Our goal, our vision, our desire is to help our communities be healthier and be able to provide that quality of health, not just for today, but I'd like to sit across the table from patients in years to come and realize we've made a difference in their life.
How do we get a hold of you?
271-0243 in Garden City. In Scott City, 872-2310. They can always go on the web at prohealthks.com.
Feel better now. Make an appointment with Dr. Yeager today.
Scott County Hospital is
bring it back.
a team of motivated and
Lady Beavers of Scott City have scored 8 of the 12 points in the second quarter. They are back to within 11 at 29-18 out of the Holcomb timeout. Longhorns with the ball as Hallie Jones with it up top. Goes left to Magana. Looking for a cutter after she uses the dribble. The freshman, a whistle, and a travel up top. An unforced error, but only the third Holcomb turnover. And Scott City, once down 16 in this first half, has a chance to get it to within single digits. That's the big thing. If you can get this to within 7, 8, 9 points before halftime, you're back in the ball game here. High goes to Kendall Gentry, and trying to get it through traffic and a bad pass, and turnover number 7 on Scott City. 2 minutes to go first half. Tried to force that one into some heavy congestion, and a whistle and a travel up top on Hallie Jones. Back-to-back Holcomb turnovers. Their fourth of the half. Another opportunity for Scott City to get a little closer. 29-18 your score. Minute 50 remaining before recess. Felker gets a screen from Gentry out high, and that's going to be a travel and another unforced error. Back over it goes to Holcomb. So Scott City's turned the ball over twice in a row as well. And unfortunately here as the both teams matching turnover for turnover. 95 seconds to go first half. Jones will stop, wants to go left side, and then kicks it to Magana. She launches a three, and that's way too strong, but they get a backside board, and they'll have another crack at it. Galliard grabbed the rebound in the paint. Backside it goes, and shot up, and a whistle travel beforehand. Magana tried to go around the towering Strine. About 11-inch differential according to the program. And Coach Andrea Artery is going to send in Kaylin King despite her 2 fouls here late in the first half. 29-18 your score. Final minute 15 of the first half. Out high goes to Felker. She'll pull up. Wanted to get now. She will take the mid-range jumper. Oh, that went halfway and out. Strine trying to grab the rebound. It's going to be ripped away by Kramer. She'll go right. No. Into Strine. Shot. Yes. Strine for her basket. She now has 10, and it's a 9-point game here with 55 seconds to go first half at 29-20. So Scott City is back to within 9 here. King with it up top. Did not take the three. She does have a three-pointer in the first half. Hallie Jones goes around Avery Lewis. High off the glass, no. Ripped away by Brooke Strine, her third rebound of the half. And all of a sudden, Scott City can inch a little closer. They have Lewis down the floor. Her layup is no good, but she is fouled. And she will head to the line to shoot 2 free throws with 33 seconds to go first half. The foul on Emily Resendez, the 5'6" junior, her first. All of a sudden, a little energy from Scott City. They're on a 10-5 run here in this second quarter to pull to within 9. Lewis at the line, just 3 of 6 on the year, make it 4 of 7. She has 5, 29-21, 33 seconds to go first half. Back in is Brooklyn Denniston for Holcomb. Back in for Scott City is Brenley Stevens. So Scott City on a 7-0 run over the last 3 minutes. Lewis trying to make it an 8-0 run, but that one rims in and out, and she's a true 50% free throw shooter as Jones grabs the board for Holcomb. Scott City, by the way, 3 of 4 at the line in the first half. Holcomb just 1 of 2. They've made their living from behind the three-point arc. 20 seconds to go first half. Scott City down 29-21, once down 16 early in the first half. Hallie Jones with it, 12 seconds. Now she'll dribble around. Out high right to Denniston. She'll drive to the left lane line. Now stepping back, here's King, 3 on the way. No, rebound Avery Lewis. And 1 second. Baseball throw attempt, no. And that's in your first half. And looks like King a little gimpy near half court there. Hopefully she's okay. She limps off. Looks like she might be, but we've reached halftime. It's 11-5 run by Scott City in the second quarter to pull this game to within 8 at 29-21. Back in 3 minutes for your halftime show. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
United Wireless believes in delivering value to their customers and supporting our local communities. United continues to invest in their network, their people, and our communities here in Southwest Kansas. So when it's time to update your cell phone or get a new cell phone service, United Wireless would like the chance to earn your business. Switch to United Wireless today and join the United team in supporting Southwest Kansas. Find them online at unitedwireless.com.
Hello, folks. This is Nathan Lennon with Land Legacy Real Estate. We are very excited about the recent strength of the land market and invite you to check out our website at www.land2legacy.com, where we are proud to represent some of the best properties across the great state of Kansas and attracting buyers all across the country. We understand the importance of details in your land transaction, and if you're interested in selling, we invite you to give us a call at 785-340-5331 to learn about a marketing strategy tailored to best suit you. Land Legacy Real Estate, where people are our passion.
Lewis Automotive Group in Hayes, Dodge City, Garden City, Liberal, and Topeka treat the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. They know you have high expectations, and as a car dealer, they enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those standards each and every time. Allow Lewis to demonstrate their commitment to excellence. They encourage you to browse their online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. You can also request more information about a vehicle using their online form. For more information, go online to buylewis.com, where you always get it for less.
At First National Bank of Scott City, we look forward to helping you manage your finances with our quick, secure, and convenient online banking service. Not only can you check your daily account history and spot fraud, you can also set e-alerts that will notify you if your account balance drops below an amount that you have chosen. Send notifications when your statement is available and when your loan payment is due. Don't forget about online bill pay. Check it out at fnbscott.com or come see us at First National Bank of Scott City. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
The new farming landscape is complex, high-tech, and often unpredictable. With Pioneer Hybrids and Corteva Agri-Science, you gain a partner that can help you confidently navigate any unfamiliar terrain. Our breeding program, biotechnology, and incomparable support ensure you grow acres of greatness. For more information, contact Kevin Davis with Precision Ag and Seed at 620-874-0478. And go Beavers!
The Scott Cooperative Association is proud to serve our members with 8 convenient elevator locations, a full-service petroleum department with 2 service stations, 5 automated car trolls, and bulk oil and fuel delivery, and a full-service crop production department to serve all of your needs, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Contact the Scott Co-op and visit with our knowledgeable staff about how we can help in your farming operation.
It's time for the Precision Ag and Seed Halftime Show. Precision Ag and Seed is a proud supporter of all Scott City activities.
We have reached halftime here, and the Lady Beavers of Scott City, once down 16 in that first half, and the first quarter, they're down now 8 at the break at 29-21 back here at the Sky Community Event Center. Adam Kadavy Holcomb came out guns a-blazing in that first round, or that first quarter, they were 9 of 12 from the floor, including 5 of 6 on threes. They cooled down a little bit in the second quarter. They had 11 field goals, though, in that first half. 5 two-point baskets and 6 three-pointers, but they led the entire way in the first half, did the Holcomb Lady Longhorns. They led 24-10 in the first quarter. It was an 11-5 run for Scott City in the second quarter, as it's 29-21 Holcomb at the break. First half scoring looks like this. Jara Kurletsky with 11 to lead Holcomb. She averages 18 points a game. She's been their big scorer this year. Hallie Jones with 5. Bella Gallier with 5. Brooklyn Denniston with 5. And Kaylin King with a first quarter 3. So that's your scoring for Holcomb here in the first half. They had 7 fouls, 5 turnovers, 3 steals, 7 defensive rebounds, 4 offensive boards, 11 rebounds the first half, as we'll get to some of their other stats here a little later on. For Scott City in the first half, it was Brooke Strine with 10, 5 for Avery Lewis, Erica Felker, and Cheyenne Kramer and Megan Trout, each with 2 points in the first half. Felker is coming from the line, as she has not hit a field goal here in this first half. In the first half for Scott City, they had 5 fouls, all by different players. 5 fouls, or 1 foul for 5 players, 8 turnovers, no steals in the first half, 10 total rebounds, 7 defensive, and 3 offense. Let's take a 3-minute break, come back with some more first half stats. It's Holcomb 29, Scott City 21 at intermission. Back in 3 minutes. This is Beaver Basketball.
A-Plus Aviation Services at the Scott City Airport provides great crop protection with their aerial application service. They have aligned with the best distributors in the chemical industry. Now is the time to take care of your wheat crop with fungicide. In addition to aerial application, A-Plus Aviation Service provides aircraft maintenance and fuel to local and transient aircraft. They are a supporter of community activities around Scott City. Give A-Plus Aviation a call at 872-3000 or visit them at the Big Gray Hangar at the Scott City Airport. A-Plus Aviation Services.
When you want plain talk with exceptional results, count on Norder Supply to serve you. With over 40 years of experience in the crop protection business, a dedicated team in Norder Supply is passionate about assisting you in achieving maximum net return per acre by delivering unparalleled agronomic advice and best-in customer service. That's how they define success. To serve you better, they have an aerial application service and do it all for a very competitive rate. Call them today at 620-872-3058. Norder Supply, plain talk, exceptional results. If you're like most people, you travel all over, and it doesn't take much for your vehicle to get dirty, and you hate cleaning it. Luckily for you, that's where Perfect Auto Detailing in Scott City comes in. Armando and the crew can detail the inside and outside down to the square inch, making it look like new. Whether it's your small car or even your tractor, Perfect Auto Detailing can do it all. If you want the perfect detail done to your vehicle, call 620-214-3807. Don't forget about the pre-owned inventory on the lot on Main Street in Scott City. Perfect Auto Detailing.
The future of agriculture is strong. I'm Kelly Baker with American Implement. And I'm Sarah Waller with Western State Bank. We believe in neighbors helping neighbors. That's why we've teamed up again to offer our 3rd annual Ag Future Scholarship Program. If you're a high school senior or current college student originally from Western Kansas or southeastern Colorado who is planning a career in the ag industry, apply for one of our 10 available $1,000 scholarships. More information
and staff to provide the best experience possible
American
for the
Implement
cattle
and
feeder
Western State
and in
Bank
the end, the
locations.
consumers
Hurry,
of our product. We are always in the market to purchase corn and other commodities from local producers. Call our office at 620-872-2111 for current pricing. Our dedicated employees and their families are very important to us, and we are proud of their children that are current Beavers and individuals that will grow into those roles in the future. Fairleigh Feed Yard is privileged to support Scott City youth and are honored to cheer on the Beavers.
If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles.
Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides over 250 new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealership in Scott City.
With over 10 years of experience, Jamie at JW Enterprise can repair your windshield quickly and conveniently. Even if you don't have time to make it to the shop, Jamie can fix your windshield from your home, or he can come get your vehicle for you. JW Enterprise is insured and Safe Flight certified. He might be operating under a different name, but Jamie still provides the same quality of service. Let Jamie at JW Enterprise fix that chip in your windshield now. Find JW Enterprise on Facebook or give him a call at 785-260-7773.
Better in the second quarter especially. They ended up 9 of 19 from the field in the first half, 48%. They were 0 of 4 on threes, 9 of 15 on two-point baskets. So they were pretty good, those high percentage shots, and they were 3 of 4 at the free throw line. Scott City with nobody in foul trouble. Holcomb had Kaylin King with 2 fouls in the first half. Lady Beavers will turn around on Monday. They'll open up play in the Sterling Invitational. They will take on the Kingman Lady Eagles. That's a 3 versus 6 matchup there on Monday afternoon at 5 o'clock. I'll be on the air at around 4:40 for that. The boys will take on Lions. We'll join that game in progress. It's a tentative plan right now. Third quarter officially underway. Holcomb will be at the Hillsborough tournament. They'll take on Clay Center at the Hillsborough Trojan Classic on Tuesday in their opening games. Scott City with Erica Felker with it, driving right side. She'll take it strong to the rack and lay it up for a 4th point, her first field goal. And it's a 6-point game now with 7:45 to go third quarter at 29-23. As I mentioned, Holcomb led 24-8 late first quarter. It was 24-10 after 1. Scott City has scored the last 9 of this ball game. Holcomb in that first quarter went on a 17-2 run to build up that big lead. Up top to Hallie Jones. And it goes to Jarek Kurleski. Spin move quickly guarded by Strine. And now up top, a straightaway 3 is good for Hallie Jones. She has 2 threes. Make that her first 3, and that is her 8th point of the night, her 19th triple of the year, 32-23. 7:12 to go third quarter. And there's Avery Lewis for the deep 2 off the heel. Rebound, Strine catches it, follow-up no. And the rebound into Hallie Jones. Strine with 10 points and now 4 rebounds in this game. And now right baseline, here's a jumper for 2, and that's good for Kaylin King. She has 5 quick points for Holcomb, and just like that, they're up by double figures now, 34-23, 6:48 to go here in this third quarter, and they're starting out strong in this third frame. Lewis with it, bounce pass right baseline, Cheyenne Kramer getting the start this quarter. Felker left side, Kendall Gentry, she'll fire up a 3, and she'll bury it. Scott City's first 3 of the night. Gentry's 7th of the year, and it's back to an 8-point game. 90 seconds into this third quarter at 34-26. Underneath to Hallie Jones, the scoring is big here in this second half. Jones now with 10, 36-26, 6:16 to go third quarter. It's been pretty easy sledding shooting-wise for both teams here in this third quarter to begin the first minute, 50-plus. Into Lewis inside the foul line. Will drive to her right, gets it stripped, but Cheyenne Kramer saves the possession. Out to Gentry. Now to Strine. Felker steps up and fires a 3, and she knocks one down. She has 7 and hits her first 3 of the night. It's 36-29, 5:50 to go third quarter. Both teams shooting the ball awful well here in this third quarter to begin. Scott City has hit 2 of their first 4. Holcomb has hit all 3 of their attempts. Scott City actually 3 of their first 5. And now here's a 3 launched and another one down for Holcomb. Kaylin King with an answer back 3 to make it a 10-point game. 39-29, 5:25 to go third quarter. And now right baseline, here's Kramer. That one bounces in. She has 4. 39-31, 5:18 to go third quarter. They are burning the lead on the pencil at the scores table, and Coach Andrea Artery wants time. 5:11 to go third quarter. We're at 39-31 for Holcomb. We'll come back in 1 minute. This is Beaver basketball. 1 minute, please.
With over 10 years of experience, Jamie at JW Enterprise can repair your windshield quickly and conveniently. Even if you don't have time to make it to the shop, Jamie can fix your windshield from your home, or he can come get your vehicle for you. JW Enterprise is insured and Safe Flight certified. He might be operating under a different name, but Jamie still provides the same quality of service. Let Jamie at JW Enterprise fix that chip in your windshield now. Find JW Enterprise on Facebook or give him a call at 785-260-7773.
Advertising. Both teams have scored 10 points in this third quarter already. We're 2 minutes and 49 seconds into this second half. It's 39-31, Holcomb with the lead and the ball out of the Holcomb timeout. As it's Jared Kurleski, nice cut in. Hallie Jones, she will draw the contact and she'll get 2 free throws. She has attempted all the Holcomb free throws tonight, 1 and 2 at the line. She does have 10 points, 5 in this quarter, and she had 5 in the first quarter as well. Or nope, they're going to say it's a foul on the floor, excuse me. So Cheyenne Kramer picks up her foul. That's the first foul either side this half. Holcomb has not missed a shot in this third quarter. They're 4 of 4 from the field. And now with it driving in, here's King. Takes it strong. Ball deflected, I believe. Yep, it was. Last touch, they'll say, I believe, by Cheyenne Kramer. It'll still stay, though, with Holcomb with 4:54 here in the third stanza. 39-31 for Holcomb. They've led it the entire way. They've led by as many as 16. Scott City had it to within 6 early in the third quarter. Holcomb continues their hot shooting from three-point range. They have hit 8 threes tonight, 2 in this quarter. Turning down the threes, Galliard. She'll drive in. Her floater is no good. Off to the right, but she draws the foul on Brooks Stryan, her first and the team's second. 4:40 left in the third. Bella Galliard, the 5'3" freshman, averages 7.5 points a game. She's a 58% free throw shooter, has 5 and make it 6. 40-31, 4:40 to go third quarter. Holcomb averages 44, or quite a few points per ball game. They've been in the 50s all January. The free throw crawls off and the rebound to Brindley Stevens, who collects her first board of the night. Now Kendall Gentry left side into Strine, catches a power dribble, goes to her left, and it's in for her 12th point, and it's now 40-33, 4:28 to go third quarter. So Scott City is inched to within 7, yet once again they've been to within 6 and 7 a few times this third quarter. And a layup on the other end for Kurleski crawls off, but she draws the contact. And Scott City with their third team foul of the half. The foul will be on Kendall Gentry, her second. Team's third. Holcomb yet to foul this quarter. Kurleski, her first trip to line tonight. She is a 72% free throw shooter on the year as a team. Holcomb is 2 of 4 tonight and make it 3 of 5. Kurleski is also 4 of 5 from the field, makes it 41-33. Mackenzie Metzger in to replace Kendall Gentry. Coach Amy Felker is going to send Avery Lewis to the scorer's table, and she will check in as Kurleski, well, maybe not. They did not see her. Kurleski hits them both, makes it a 42-33 game nearing the midway mark of the third quarter. Now Kramer trying to get it to Metzger, and ball is going to be tied up at half court, and that's going to be Scott City's 9th turnover. Good defense by Holcomb forcing the turnover. And now they can get Avery Lewis into the game with 4:02 to go third quarter, placing Cheyenne Kramer. Holcomb, who has led by as many as 11 this half, can get to that mark yet once again. They've been the aggressor, taking it to the rack, drawing fouls in this third quarter. We haven't seen Scott City do that yet. In fact, Holcomb does not have a foul this third quarter. Here's King. She'll take it right side, pulls up, looks for the cut to Kurleski. She'll throw a wild shot, deflected, and the ball in the hands of Erica Felker. Slips on the court, and they get a push on Holcomb in the backcourt. 3:42 here in this third. Their first foul of the half. Believe that'll be on Galliard, and it is her first. 42-33 Holcomb lead. They've led the entire way. Scott City's ball. 3:38 left here in the third period. Felker walks it across. She has 5 points in the quarter, 7 for the game. Avery Lewis up top holds it. Now left side to Felker. Gets a screen, looking to drive right. Mackenzie Metzger will launch a right side three. Off the back iron, rebound. 2 black shirts in there in the hands of Hallie Jones. She has 6 rebounds here tonight. 3:18 to go. Holcomb with it. Jones stop and go, spin move, bounce pass right side. Stepping back was Denniston. Now here's King for 3. Bouncing around, and it drops in. King with 2 threes in the quarter. She now has 11 in the game, and it's 45-33 as we approach 3 minutes to go here in this third period of play. Holcomb continues to be red hot from three-point range tonight. They have had all three of their threes in this second half, and here's a shot no for Lewis. Dipped around into the hands. Scott City gets another crack at it, and then through the hands of Felker, and Scott City with their 10th turnover of the night. Gentry and Kramer in. Stevens, Metzger will exit with 2:46 to go third quarter. (45-33) Holcomb with the lead. They've scored the last 5 of the ball game. They are 9 of 15 on, or make that 9 of 14 on threes. Here's a whistle and a foul underneath. 4th team foul on Scott City this half with 2:34 to go third stanza. Ehrenberger with the call. The foul will be charged, I believe, to Gentry. That'll be her third. Scott City's 4th team foul of the half. Nope, correction, Cheyenne Kramer, her second. Up top, King goes left side. Here's Kraleski. She'll drive a nice step, layup good. She has 15, 47-33, 2:20 to go third quarter, and a 7-0 run here for Holcomb has all of a sudden pushed this lead up to 14. They've doubled their lead total. And the Strine catches it, goes to her left. Shot is up, too strong whistle. It'll be a foul on the floor before the shot. 2nd team foul on Holcomb this half, and the foul will be on Hallie Jones, her second. And no foul shots. Inbound in. Kendall Gentry finds Erica Felker. She'll drive in, takes a strong. Her runner crawls off. Strine rips it away from Felker, and Strine gets a drop in for her 14th point. 47-35, 1:58 to go third period, and that ends the 7-0 Holcomb run. Minute 50 to work here in the third as Holcomb has it up top with Hallie Jones. Goes left side with the pass to Deniston. Deniston will put it on the floor, guarded by Kramer. Her runner is crawling in. She has 7 points, 49-35, 1:40 to go third quarter. Man, it's been a hot shooting night here for Holcomb. And really, defense has been pretty good for Scott City. Just Holcomb is making everything they're throwing up, it seems like. Here's Lewis with it. Goes out high to Cheyenne Kramer. Kramer holds it. Pivots. Now Kendall Gentry turns down the three. Avery Lewis will get it in a stride, catches it, and then she'll put it on the floor once as a Holcomb Longhorn hits the deck, and she'll score for her 16th point. 49-37, 1:11 to go third quarter, and Scott City needs to maybe get some threes there and not trade twos for threes. When you trade twos for threes, you're losing. It's simple math, and I'm not very good at math. Final minute of this third quarter. But Holcomb is 27 of their 49 points are from behind the three-point arc. And Hallie Jones will make it 30 of their 52 as she nails a three up top. She has 13 in the game, 52-37, 40 seconds to go here in this third quarter. Kendall Gentry into stride, catches it, backs her way in, goes to her left, shot up, crawls off, rebound. Kramer gets pushed underneath after she collected the rebound here with 34.2 to go third quarter. Holcomb has not missed a three in this third quarter. They are 4 of 4 from downtown, and they are 10 of 15 for the ball game. Emily Resendez in to replace Hallie Jones with 34.2 as she picked up her third foul. Third team foul for the Longhorns this half, and the ball deflected out of bounds with 33.3 to go third quarter. Scott City will maintain possession of the ball. You get it in high to Lewis. Here's a screen for Felker, deflected out with 29.1 to go third quarter. Holcomb or Scott City to inbound it. Felker to do the honors, gets to the Kramer, then back to Felker. He'll fire a left corner three, too strong. And that time Lewis mistimed her jump and into the hands of Brooklyn Deniston. 20 seconds to go underneath to Kaylin King. She'll lose the dribble and she'll be called for, or she'll draw a pushing foul, excuse me. That'll be Scott City's 15th foul of the half. They had 5 fouls the entire first half, and they have 5 here in this third quarter alone. I believe that was on Kramer. Nope, they're going to get that on Erica Felker for her second. Holcomb's ball, 15 seconds to work third period up top to Galliard. Now they go left side. Here's Kurleski. Pull up left side is good. She now has 17, 54-37, 6 seconds to go, third period. Here's Felker with 3, 2 seconds, Strine with 1 second. Her turnaround shot is baked in right at the end of the third quarter for her 18th point, 54-39. As we head to the fourth quarter, Holcomb with the 15-point advantage. Back and And we'll keep it right here for the moment as Scott City trailing by 15 going into the fourth quarter at 54-39 here as we approach the top of the hour here. And let's go ahead and take a 30-second break. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
To us, it's about so much more than just providing the technology. It's about enriching the communities we live in, because your community is our community. Where you live, where you work, where you play, we do too. Whatever you do, and wherever you are, our service supports you. Next Tech Wireless, we are Kansas.
Electric, committed to improving the lives of their members and the community they serve. Wheatland Electric, delivering energy for life, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Back here inside the Scott Community Events Center, Holcomb hot shooting tonight. They have hit all their threes in this second half, and they expanded their lead to 54-39. It'll be Scott City's ball to begin the fourth quarter. Glad to have you back here. Adam Kadavy with you. Stephanie Sanchez, your studio engineer, back in the mix. 94.5 Studios. Ball deflected. Lewis trying to save it into play, but she does to Holcomb. Lady Beavers with their 11th turnover of the night here. In transition, Holcomb up 15, 54-39. Right baseline here is Kaylin King. Now at high, here's Zenna straightaway jumper. She's got it. 56-39, 7:32 to go here. Holcomb tonight has 13 from Hallie Jones, 17 from Jared Kurleski, 11 from Kaylin King, and 7 from Brooklyn Denniston. They have had big contributions here tonight as they have hit 56 points. Trying to get a backside feed or dump off underneath the cutting Lewis is Brooke Strine, and she draws the foul on Holcomb, their fourth of the half, with 7:15 to go. The foul will be charged to Kaylin King. That is her third with 7:15 to go here in the third period. And Strine catches it, puts it on the floor, backs her way in, gets the tough shot. She has 20. Back-to-back 20-point games for her, 56-41. First minute of this fourth quarter. Both teams continue to shoot the ball well here tonight. The difference is the three-point shooting for Holcomb. They have hit 10 threes here tonight, whereas Scott City has just hit 2. Holcomb is also 4 of 6 from the line, and a shot is up and in for 2. Jared Kurleski with 19, 58-41, 6.5 to go. Left side through Cheyenne Kramer's hands, and Scott City turnover, the 12th of the night. Strine with it, 20 to lead Scott City. Erica Felker with 7. Kendall Gentry in for Scott City, replacing Cheyenne Kramer. Lady Beavers with Gentry, Erica Felker, Avery Lewis, Brooke Strine, and also Mackenzie Metzger, as Metzger is guarding her first cousin now, and Brooklyn Denniston is Kurleski. Now here's Denniston up top. Resendez, who's in the lineup there. Sammy Magana back in for Holcomb. Resendez with it. Now goes to Kurleski, left corner, Magana. And now up top to Kurleski here with 6:05 to go. They can run a little bit of time off with a 17-point lead here, 58-41. And now here's a deep 2. That's too strong for Resendez. Underneath the rebound to Erica Felker for Scott City. Her 4th rebound of the night. She'll take it coast to coast for her 9th point. 58-43. Timeout, Scott City. It's a full with 5:50 to go. Let's take a 1-minute break. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
When it comes to insurance,
To us, it's about so much more than just providing the technology. It's about enriching the communities we live in, because your community is our community. Where you live, where you work, where you play, we do too. Whatever you do, and wherever you are, our service supports you. Next Tech Wireless, we are Kansas.
is strong and growing. When operating dump trucks or equipment with booms or other extensions, watch out for overhead electrical lines. Make sure there's adequate clearance because coming in contact with those lines could result in a tragedy. For more safety information, visit weci.net and click on the Safety tab. An important safety message brought to you by Wheatland Electric, delivering energy for life, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
5:50 to go in the fourth quarter. Back here to action here at Scott City. Holcomb with a 58-43 lead. Some interesting scores. Hugoton leading Goodland at the break. 24-23. Colby all over Ulysses going in the fourth quarter, 47-11. Here it's 58-43. Cimarron playing the non-league game tonight, and Holcomb commits their first turnover the second half. They have just 6 for the game. As I mentioned, there's Cimarron playing the non-league opponent tonight in St. John Tigers. Scott City with it down 15, 5.5 to go. They've trailed by as many as 17. They headed to within 6 early third quarter. Felker will step and fire up a 3. No, Kendall Gentry grabs the rebound. She'll go up and can't get that one to crawl in. Strine tried to grab the rebound, and it's into the hands of Kurleski. Missed a couple opportunities there for Scott City. And here's Holcomb in transition, a whistle and a bump out high, or toward the block on Scott City, their 16th foul of the half. They'll get that, I believe, on Erica Felker, and that is going to be her third. With 5:11 to go. Boys to follow here. With Scott City and Holcomb should be a fun game there. 5 minutes left in this one. 58-43, Longhorn lead. Brooklyn Denniston left corner. She'll drive in, dump it backside underneath to Magana, and now back out to Hallie Jones, and she is stripped by Gentry. Here's a turnover. Here comes Erica Felker racing it the other way. Goes around, Resendez lays it up, gets it to spin in with a little English and one. That's 11th point for Felker, 58-45, 4:44 left. 5th team foul on Holcomb this half. The second on Emily Resendez, the 5'6 junior. Felker, double figures again, and she now has a dozen. 58-46, a little 5-0 Scott City run. They're back to within a dozen. 4:43 left in this one. As Holcomb brings it across left to right, they've won the last 2 in this series, sweeping Scott City a year ago in 3 of the last 4. They've won 2 in a row in this building. Here's Hallie Jones, bounce pass loose on the dribble, but picks it back up. And now to Resendez with 4:23 to go, right block, and that's going to be a push on Kendall Gentry, her third. That'll send Holcomb to the line for a 1-and-1 with 4:22 left. So Jared Kurleski, who's 2 for 2 at the line, looking to become the second player in tonight's ball game to hit the 20-point mark. Brooke Strine right there at 20 points to lead Scott City. 58-46 is your score right now. Kurleski's front of the 1-and-1 is in and out. Rebound Strine. All of a sudden, Scott City can get this to within 10 or 9 as we approach the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Here's Felker racing way through. Kicks it back to Lewis at the foul line. She'll take the jumper. It'll crawl off. Strine with the rebound, and she gets fouled going up. She'll get 2 free throws. Strine with 7 points and 7 rebounds and 20 points. She'll get 2 coming up here with 4:08 to go. The foul on Jared Kurleski, her second. Holcomb with their 6th team foul. And this is good for Scott City. They can get some points without any time running off the clock as Strine swishes home the free throw. 58-47 with 4:08 left. First free throws for Scott City in quite some time. They were 5 of 6 in that first half. They're now 6 of 7. And make it 6 of 8. That one misses. Ball tipped around. Who picks it up? It's Mackenzie Metzger with it underneath the Felker. And it's a 3-point trip down. All of a sudden, it's a 9-point game with 4 minutes to go. 58-49. So Scott City ends up with a 3-point trip on that trip down. And here comes Holcomb back the other way and losing the dribble. But right into the hands of Kaylin King. And she gets fouled, and she'll be back to the line for a 1-and-1. With 3:48 to go, Scott City thought, oh, man, they're going to get the ball back. But then Holcomb keeps possession, and then they draw the contact on Brooke Strine, her second. As I mentioned, that's Scott City's 8th foul of the half. King back to line where she just missed the front end of a 1-1 earlier, trying to crack the 20-point mark tonight. 3:48 to go, 9-point Holcomb lead, and make it 10. She'll get the bonus. Ends a 7-0 Scott City run, 59-49, 3:48 left. Holcomb now with their season high of 60 points here. 3:48 to go. They back up by 11 and 21 for the 5'7 junior. It's a second, tied for the second most given up by Scott City this year. Lewis, right side. Here's a Felker three. Hits the side of the backboard. Might have been blocked initially. Now 5-4 underneath, and it's going to be last touch by Jones as it was underneath there. Metzger fighting with it. Jones was the last to touch it, they'll say. It'll stay Scott City's ball with 3:32 to go. Gentry to inbound it in. Finds Felker. She'll drive in. Throws the left side to Lewis. Now left corner to Kendall Gentry. Bounce pass is kicked by Bella Galliard. It'll still stay with Scott City with 3:27 to go. 60-49 for Holcomb. Scott City was one of their higher point performances of the year. Actually, it's their second highest point total, and they can add to it here. Into Strine, catches it, trying to kick it out. Ball deflected, but picked up by Gentry, and she pivots, trying to get a wraparound pass to Metzger with 3:17 to go. Now to Gentry out high. Goes into Strine, left side. Here's Felker. She'll fire a three. Too strong. Rebound, though. Mackenzie Metzger backside. It trickles to Gentry. Has to save it in play, and Scott City turns the ball over. Good effort, though, by Scott City. And in transition, the layup is up. No for Galliard. And we're going to get a fight for the rebound as Galliard hits the deck hard. Holcomb wanted a foul. They do not get it. It'll still stay into the hands of the Lady Longhorns with exactly 3 minutes to go. Back in is Cheyenne Kramer. And also Brentley Stevens. That'll be Kendall Gentry and Avery Lewis here with 3 minutes exactly left in this one. Inbound in right side to Galliard. Now up top to Hallie Jones. And now left wide open is Kurleski for three. Short rebound, Brentley Stevens for Scott City. It looked like Felker got bumped on a screen. No foul either way, and they let it play through. 2:45 left. Still an 11-point game, and now pass is launched out of bounds. Mackenzie Metzger stopped right at half court. Kurleski was guarding her pretty tight, and that pass was errant because of the defense. And Scott City with their 14th error of the night. And Coach Andrea Artery is going to settle the troops down a bit and call a 30-second timeout with 2:41 left. Keep it right here, 60-49 for Holcomb. It's their season high of points. Their lowest have been against Cimarron in the beginning of the year and then Goodland. They have strung together two three-game win streaks this year, including coming into tonight. They have not lost since the end of December, or middle December, I should say, when they lost to Goodland. But this game was really started by Holcomb's three-point shooting to begin. They hit everything that they threw up in the first quarter. They were 6 of 11 on threes in the first half, and they hit their first 4 threes of the second half, and they lead at 60-49 here. As here's Holcomb with the ball out of their 30-second timeout. Scott City's made some good comebacks, but just a little too much Holcomb, and here's a strong move. Galliard with 8. Her first field goal of the second half, and it's 62-49 with 2:24 to go. Into Cheyenne Kramer at the foul line. Now goes left corner to Erica Felker. She'll put up a three, and she'll bury her second three of the night. They'll say a toe on the line, 62-51, 2:11 to go. She's had a pretty nice second quarter, 9 in this quarter, 16 for the night. Here's Kurleski back up top. It's Galliard. 2 minutes to go in this one. 11-point Holcomb lead with the ball. Nice cut to the basket. Good defense by Brinley Stevens, knocking it out of Kurleski's hands. It's Kendall Gentry returns to the Scott City lineup for Mackenzie Metzger. 62-51 Holcomb with an 11-point lead in the ball. Minute 56 left. Into Hallie Jones. The return trip, by the way, is February 10th on a Friday in Holcomb. Up top to Galliard. Back to Kurleski. She'll get around Gentry and throws one up. Might have been partially blocked. Rebound Erica Felker, and then she is fouled, and she will have an opportunity at the line for a 1-and-1 here with a minute 44 to go.
Foul ball number 3 at Holcomb
That's on Brooklyn Denniston, her second. 1-1 for Felker. Scott City has scored 12 in this quarter. And now 13. Felker with a big fourth quarter, 62-52, 1:44 to go. 2, 4, 6. She has 17 in this game, now 18. And Coach Amy Felker will burn her final full timeout. And it's a 9-point game with 1:44 to go. Let's take a 1-minute break. 62-53 Holcomb. This is Scott City basketball. 1 minute, please. We'll keep it right here. We had some technical issues, 62-53, 1:44 to go. Once again, Scott City will open up play on Monday. They will be at the Sterling Invitational Tournament, third straight year Scott City heading there. And they will take on the Kingman Lady Eagles. And that win over Hugoton last Friday night was big because it flipped the seeds around for Scott City. They go from being the 4th seed to the 3rd seed with that win over Hugoton. And Scott City now at 4-4 on the year when the seeding was done Monday. So then they end up with Kingman. They'll have Lions and also, I believe, Hutchinson Trinity on their side. While Holcomb will take on Clay Center in the opening round. They lost to them by 3 a year ago. And if they win, they'll probably play the Hillsboro Lady Trojans on Friday next week. Out of the timeout, and they force a turnover. They trap Kaylin King on the sideline, and Holcomb with their 8th turnover, and Scott City down 3 possessions here with 100 seconds to go. Can inch a little closer as Coach Amy Felker has to use one of her players to sit down for the inbounds to allow some room for Scott City. She sits on her daughter, and then they turn the ball over. Here's a steal and the layup by Kraleski for a 23rd point, 64-53 with 1:28 to go. And now into Erica Felker right side. Now to Kendall Gentry, minute 20 to go, almost stolen away. Back up top, and it is stolen by Galliard. Back-to-back Scott City turnovers, and the layup is good for Kraleski, and that might put the dagger in. 66-53, 1:10 to go. So back-to-back turnovers by Scott City. All of a sudden, this is inflated back to a 13-point Holcomb game in the final minute. Into Strine catches it, goes up. A lot of contact. She got on rebound, can't get it, and Hallie Jones with the rebound for Holcomb. Couple of missed opportunities there for Scott City here. 50 seconds to go. And they're going to drop their 3rd straight to Longhorns. The 3 is good for Hallie Jones, her 16th point. All of a sudden, it's 69-53 with 43 seconds left. Kendall Gentry with it with 35 seconds. Up top, it's Cheyenne Kramer. Almost walked with it. Kept that pivot foot down. Erica Felker for an answer back 3. It's wide right. Rebound to Kendall Gentry. She will lay it up and score it with 26 seconds. Gentry's 5th point and her 4th rebound. 69-55. Scott City will burn a 30-second timeout with 25.3 seconds remaining. They're down to 1 timeout. Scott City with their 2nd highest point total of the year here tonight, but have given up a season high of points. They've really had a good effort. Holcomb has just hit everything they've thrown up, especially from the 3-point line in the second half. They have not missed a 3-pointer in the second half. They are 5 of 5 from there. So they've hit 11 threes. That's 33 of their 69 points. As Scott City will slap on full court pressure, Holcomb can run the baseline, almost stolen away into the hands of Galliard. She has 3 on 2 numbers, and she will bounce past it to Kaylin King, who will lay it up, and Holcomb has 2 more. 13th for King, 71-55 with 13 seconds to go. Here's Felker, gets it stripped, and then she runs over Jones, and that's going to be a push, they'll say, on Jones. With 9.1 to go and a break, Jones hit the deck pretty hard there. Or no, okay, they do call it actually on Erica Felker. With 9.1 to go, that'll be her 4th foul. And turnover on Scott City and their 9th team foul. Should not be a 1-and-1. That's a player control foul, isn't it? Okay, I guess it's not. 1-1 for Jones. The free throw is good, and it makes it 72-55 with 9.1 to go. I thought that was a player control foul, but I guess it's not. That's confusing. Second free throw, it's good, and Jones now with 18, 73-55 with 9 seconds to go, and Scott City's going to drop this one here. Here's 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Metzger will skip it left side to Lewis, and Scott City's going to run out of time. Final score, 73-55. Holcomb comes out of here with an 18-point victory over Scott City. And Scott City drops.
We are back from break for another week of BBN News.
For this basketball intermission, we will have sports with Jimena and weather with Hannah.
Welcome back to Beaver Sports. The girls' wrestling team has been dominating this year with the largest team in school history. I spoke with senior Jonna Sowers about the season. I asked Sowers how it felt to be doing so well as a first-year wrestler.
Personally, I don't think I'm that good. I just think everybody else is like so much worse. It feels pretty good. I mean, can't complain.
Then she talked about some personal goals she has.
I really want to place top 4 at regionals just to like make it to some, like go to state. I'd like to try to do my best at state, but I don't know what that looks like. But just coming up, like I think going to those big tournaments like Lexington coming up. I have a good McCook girl that is definitely going to be challenging, but she'll be fine. Like it'll be fine. I'll just beat her and win. So.
Thank you, Jonna. Wrestlers will be traveling to Oakley today, and they will be hosting a tournament tomorrow at the competition gym. Beaver basketball will be home today against the Holcomb Longhorns. Next week, both teams start the Sterling Invitational Tournament. Make sure to go support the team, or if you can't, make it in person. Watch the broadcast from anywhere on the Beaver Broadcasting Network. For BBN Weekly News, I'm Jimena Garcia.
Now we will hear our weekend weather from Hannah.
Temperatures are climbing back up this weekend with high 60s and lower 50s. Friday will be partly cloudy with a high of 53 and a low of 22. Starting to see some of those warmer temperatures on Saturday with a high of 60 and a low of 25, along with cloudy skies. Sunday will stay right around there with 57 for the high and a low of 31 with partly cloudy skies. Enjoy the warmer weather this weekend. For BBN News, I'm Hannah Furrow.
Thanks, Hannah. For the full BBN Weekly Newscast, visit our YouTube channel.
For BBN, I'm Annie Talbert. See you next week.
Place. We're more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City Optometry office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden, OD, today.
Women at every stage of life want a healthcare experience uniquely theirs, where excellence meets elegance and healthcare is personalized just for you. Scott County Hospital and Scott City Clinic's skilled physicians and nurses will help your family prepare for the birth of your baby. The private, comfortable, secure rooms for labor, delivery, and postpartum care include jacuzzi tubs for pain management during labor. Call Scott City Clinic to set an appointment today. We put our heart in healthcare.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. To learn more, visit us online at scottcf.org.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 card trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agriculture property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Shapland Real Estate takes pride in our community and in cheering on our students in all that they do. Give Shapland Real Estate a call or visit our website today.
At Turner Sheet Metal, our main goal is to enhance the comfort of your home while making sure that our customers are 100% satisfied. Need your furnace checked for the winter? Call us. Need your air conditioner cleaned for the summer? Our NATE certified technicians are the guys for the job. Turner Sheet Metal, your Bryant authorized dealer in Scott City, can also help you save up to 40% on your heating and cooling costs with a Bryant Evolution system. Call for a free estimate and let us help keep your family comfortable and safe. Turner Sheet Metal, South Highway 83 in Scott City.
The world needs more farmers. People who know the land. People who support rural communities. People who are as diverse as each acre they care for. But unless you've been born and raised on a family farm, it's nearly impossible to become a farmer. That's why we are building a team of people from our hometown and across the world to do what they love. We are not just a family farm. We are a multi-family farm. We are Volgamore Family Farms.
Is your dog ungroomed and smelly? Then come on by the new and improved Wagon Wash, located at 501 Jackson Street in Scott City, Kansas. We added on a dog wash for your pet's hygienic needs. There are 6 different modes you can choose from: shampoo, oatmeal conditioner, rinse, odor control, flea and tick, and blow dry. Our facilities are regularly cleaned, and we have a vending machine full of treats for you and your pet. Follow us on Facebook at Wagon Wash Car Wash.
This evening, you guys have had a week off after a tough loss at Hugoton last Friday night. It was a game where you were really in it for 2.5 quarters there, then Hugoton made some big runs there in that middle of that third quarter on. And taking a look at last Friday, what did you feel like the biggest thing was that really kind of held you guys back?
Well, I mean, as the game progressed in the later part of the third quarter, transition defense was a bit of a problem. I think we were trying to get matched up and not protecting the rim, and they were able to get out and run, and then they knocked down some shots. But very good team right there. And then they kind of dominated us on the glass. You know, we switched it up and went to a little bit of a zone for a while, and we were getting stops, we just weren't getting rebounds. And anytime you give a really good team multiple possessions, you know, it makes it that much tougher. So transition defense, defensive rebounding, we have to be better in. And then the shot selection early on was good. We didn't rush or force anything. And then as they went on their run, we kind of tried to do things on our own. So, I mean, that's kind of human nature, though, and we can't take the bait, I guess. When a team makes a run, we've got to continue to stay within ourselves and do what we need to do. A tough game, but more than enough to learn from.
You had to like the surgence of Lawson scoring. He looked pretty good from three-point range. I know that's something that struggled, but that kind of opened some alleys and opened some things up for you guys as you did go on through the night.
Yeah, he's capable of knocking those shots down, and a lot of our guys are. And I think what we saw in the first half last Friday was the shot selection. Those passes were coming from the inside out, so we're able to step in, and most people are better shooters, that way, and our guys are no exception. They're much better shooters when that ball's getting kicked out from the paint, so we have to continue to look for those opportunities.
Once again, Coach Brian Gentry, pregame tonight here as Scott City plays host to the Holcomb Longhorns. Holcomb has already had 3 games into their schedule here. They're 2-1. They've won their last 2 with wins over Ulysses and then Lincoln on Tuesday night. You take a look at this team. This is a totally different team from last year, and I know you referenced it the other night. They like to go into their really big kids down the block.
Yeah, they do. I mean, it's a focal point for them for sure, but it's almost sometimes a bit of a distraction. You pay so much attention to the big kid and trying to help on him that you forget you got to cover a shooter coming off a stagger. So we're going to have a pretty good focus, knowing when that switch happens, who's in help, and then who's going to be in help once they set that double stagger screen. So we've got to have a good idea of what's going on. We've got to see ball and man. And, we've got to do really good things on the post, making their touches difficult, but we want to run. They're going to sit in there with some big guys, and we want to get out and run tonight and kind of get back to what we've been doing.
Yeah, it's a big game here. Is it tough to only have 2 games before Sterling tournament?
For the players, probably. For me, no. I tend to, like practicing, but I think our guys are eager to get after, and go play somebody else. 4 days of just practice without a game is uncommon, once you get the season started. But it was something that we utilized well, and our guys got better in those 4 days, and we're ready to go tonight.
Should be a good one here. Scott City and the Holcomb Longhorns here tonight from Scott City as Coach Brian Gentry joins me here pregame. Coach, thanks for the time and good luck to you guys.
All right, thanks, Adam.
That was Scott City Beaver Coach Brian Gentry. Your pregame interview brought to you today by Farmville Financial Services with Human Board of Benz in Scott City and Leota. More to come in your pregame show. We'll have a breakdown of the matchup, bring you starters, keys to the game, and the tip-off after this timeout. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Life is all about.
Let's do 2 minutes here, please. 2 minutes.
Staff at Scott City Eye Center believe they care.
Is your dog ungroomed and smelly? Then come on by the new and improved Wagon Wash, located at 501 Jackson Street in Scott City, Kansas. We added on a dog wash for your pet's hygienic needs. There are 6 different modes you can choose from: shampoo, oatmeal conditioner, rinse, odor control, flea and tick, and blow dry. Our facilities are regularly cleaned, and we have a vending machine full of treats for you and your pet. Follow us on Facebook at Wagon Wash Car Wash.
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with the knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers!
White's Food Liner is located at 1314 South Main Street in Scott City, Kansas. They are open daily from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Home delivery is available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. just by calling 620-872-5854. They are a full-service grocery store offering a wide selection of varieties at affordable prices. Sign up today for their mobile app. Look for it in the app Play Store under White's Food Liner. Don't forget to visit today.
Yes. Oh, man.
How would you describe your career?
Rewarding. It's more than just a job.
Great vacation, great sick pay.
Great opportunities to move forward.
Good work environment, good people.
Always something new, always something different.
Every day you learn something new.
Their commitment to education is second to none.
They pay for my school.
I love it because we're all one big happy family.
Family.
Family. It's like a family.
Grow your career with American Implement and John.
Loss for the Lady Beavers tonight, 73-55, and I know you got off to a little bit of a sluggish start, but it made it look worse than it really was how well Holcomb shot tonight. And they shot it so well in the first quarter, and you guys had it within 6 early third quarter, but what do you see maybe the difference was here tonight?
You know, for one, Holcomb shot phenomenally well. You know, our defense, we just gave them too many wide open shots. We just didn't completely do our game plan the way we wanted to. You know, we just got to have other people step up when they've got the shot and knock it down.
I mean, it wasn't that you guys were getting bad shots. You were getting some good shots as well, but it just, I tell you, it comes down to math here, and you know that a little bit.
Yeah.
It's tough to trade twos for threes.
I know, you know, and it hurt that did. You know, when they're shooting that percent, and we didn't shoot bad,
no.
But you know, it's hard to match up with that. So, you know, I'm proud of the girls. They worked hard. You know, we got back from that deficit and got it into single digits. You know, but then we just that takes a lot of effort, a lot of stamina, and we just didn't have enough to finish the game.
No, I thought your second quarter was probably one of the better quarters you guys have put together all year.
You know, we worked really hard on defense. We just put our nose to our girl, and we worked hard and battled and really controlled the boards in that quarter. You know, so, you know, super effort by them in that quarter.
Holcomb won the rebounding battles in the first quarter and a little bit in the second quarter. All of a sudden, you guys kind of hunkered down on that, and finally Brooke was able to get some rebounds and really came down to kind of beating that Holcomb defender right to the block there.
You know, they just did a lot of good things. You know, they attacked the basket. They had us on our heels all the time. You know, we just need to be more of attackers at them. You know, we drew some fouls, but then we backed off and we quit attacking. So, you know, we got to do the same thing the whole time for, 32 minutes.
I thought you had some good things at times tonight. Of course, Brooke with the big night, 21. But Erica, she finally got going, scoring in that fourth quarter, especially 18 points for her. And I thought, Cheyenne coming back, she really had some good moments. Avery, I thought, had some good moments as well. And, they're slowly starting to get things rolling here in a positive way, some of those newcomers to their lineup.
They are stepping up and they're getting some good shots, but we still got to get them to shoot the ball more. Because I told them, I said, we can't rely on two girls. I said, it's too easy to guard two girls. That's what happened in Hugoton, and we knocked them off. So we got to have more people want to contribute and want to score that 7, 8, 9 points. And when that happens, it takes a little bit more pressure off of Brooke on the inside, takes more pressure off of Erica, and then it just becomes more of a team game.
Well, you get only about less than a 72-hour turnaround, and you have an opponent not a whole lot about. I don't know if Scott City's ever played Kingman, but you get them Monday evening to begin the Sterling Invitational.
These girls are excited. I told them to forget this game. I'm like, this game is over. We're done worrying about it. We're going to get in there and have some game talk about Kingman. And these girls have a goal next week, and that's to play and compete and work hard every day. And it starts with the first game on Monday, and we're going to be ready to play. We'll bounce back.
All right, good effort for your team tonight, but thanks again as always, Coach, here, and we'll see you on Monday.
Thanks, Adam.
All right, once again, Coach Amy Felker joining us here after the Lady Beavers fell tonight here, 73-55. Let's take a 1-minute break. We'll come back with the start of the boys' game here tonight and preview that and more here back in a minute. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Last 5 games. Scott City trying to snap that losing streak, and their last win came in this building February 12, 2020, in a 56-48 victory. And that was a year where they all played 3 times in that year, and Holcomb ended up beating Scott City in the first round of sub-state. Take a look at this matchup. Both teams pretty young. Both teams just 2 seniors. And for Holcomb, they're led this year by Caden Hardy. He is a 6'1 sophomore, averages 11 points and 3 rebounds. But Chris Palacios has really stepped into a point guard role for Holcomb. He averages 7 points and 7 rebounds a game, but then they bring off Drayton Knoll off the bench, and he is a wide body, a 6'4 sophomore. He averages just under 12 points and about 5 rebounds a game, and they're a team that averages 46 points. They're down on their season average this year from where they have been in years past, but they have gotten better as the season was worn on. They lost to Cimarron in overtime first game of the year. They had a little meeting, and then all of a sudden things turned around. But they are missing one of their pieces this year after he had an injury in the Cimarron game, the junior Damon Mesa, who was really a kind of a bull underneath there for Holcomb last year as a sophomore underneath, despite being just under 6 foot. And they will not have him for the year with an injury. But Scott City, they have 46 points. Yeah, it was disappointing. They gave up 80 to Hugoton last Friday night, but that is an outstanding team. Really, Scott City, I think this is going to be a good team when the season comes to an end. They're getting a little bit more experience as season wears on. They had a good performance once again from Jackson Rumford the other night. Avery Knoll stepped up with 7 rebounds. He had 5 points. Lawson Bailey hit 3 threes, and he had struggled at times from three-point range earlier this year, but hit 3 threes in that victory. Now has second most on the team from three-point range at 11 on the year. And Scott City scoring pretty well, averaging 49 points per ball game. As we will get to your starters here for tonight, those are presented by Security State Bank. For Holcomb, Chad Novak. Hard to believe he's 12 years now at his alma mater. 201-57 unofficially. I believe that's his record. What we have there, assisted by Trevor Stapp, Aaron Miller, and Trey Teeter. He will start off Dalton Long, a 5'8 senior, averaging 5.8 points, 1.8 boards per game. Chris Palacios, he is a 5'11 senior. He averages 7.3 points, 7.5 rebounds per contest. Caden Hardy, he is a sophomore at 6'1. He averages 11.6 points and just under 3 boards per game. Jared Harrell, he is a sophomore at 6'3". Harrell is sophomore. Jared Harrell averages 4 points and 3 rebounds a game. Also, Cooper Titchener, he is a 6'2 junior, averages 4 points and 3.8 rebounds a game. Once again for Holcomb, Dalton Long, Chris Palacios, Caden Hardy, Jared Harrell, and Cooper Titchener. For the Scott City Beavers, coached by Brian Gentry in his 7th season, the record is 67-72, assisted by Joey Meyer and Drew Kite. It'll be back to the regular 5 here. Dylan Metzger, the 6'1 senior, 9.6 points and 2.4 rebounds a game. Avery Knoll, the 6'3 junior, 5 points and 4.5 boards a contest. Alex Tarango back in the lineup tonight, the sophomore at 5'9", averages 3.3 points and 1.6 boards a game. Jackson Rumford, a double-double machine, the 6'5 sophomore at 16.6 points, 10 rebounds a game. And Lawson Bailey, the 6'1 senior, at around 9.3 points and 5.6 boards per game. Dylan Metzger, Avery Knoll, Alex Tarango, Jackson Rumford, and Lawson Bailey, the starting 5 tonight for the Scott City Beavers. And those are your starting lineups tonight, presented by Security State Bank. The teams are going through their starting lineup still. What a crowd on hand tonight, and wouldn't expect anything less with Holcomb and Scott City here in this gymnasium. As Scott City trying to snap a 3-game losing streak, Holcomb trying to win their 3rd straight. Their losses are to Cimarron and Colby. They lost to Colby 50-46 8 days ago at home, and that was a makeup game from late December. And this is the team that has won over Meade, South Gray, who was state ranked and won in Division I at the time. Sublette, who's an improved team from a year ago. They beat Goodland by 10, had a big lead on them, and then Goodland had kind of a scoring lull in that second quarter. They beat Ulysses by 19, and then Lakin on Tuesday night by the count of 57-52. They were led by Drayton Knowles, 19 points and 9 boards
in that game. Let's get to your keys to the game here, presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout, where you go with the proven winner when it comes to insurance. They score big with the policyholders. I think the big key for tonight for Scott City, there's no question you have to get it into number 23 at the paint. Work it inside, outside game is going to be key for Scott City. I think the second key, do not let Cooper Titchener or Drayton Knoll really set up at the low block. Push him out a little bit. Make him get the entry feed in a little further back. When they get their entry feed in the lower block, that's where those two are really successful at. I think you have to guard the perimeter as well. Holcomb can be a pretty good shooting team despite being 3 of 12 from 3 against Lakin on Tuesday night. Those are your keys here, presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout. Holcomb in the road orange uniforms tonight with the Longhorn on the front, the white numbers and letters, the black trim. Scott City in their home white tops, light blue numbers and letters, dark blue trim. It's Jackson Rumford and Jared Harrell, the two sophomores, wearing number 23 tipping center, and it's Scott City winning the tap as we're underway. Holcomb opens up and man-to-man. Rumford with it, sees an alley down Broadway, lays it up, but he draws the immediate foul, and he'll get 2 free throws coming up. Scott City has struggled at the line this year, just 44%. 11 seconds into the game, Jeremy Dietz with a call on Cooper Titchener. That'll be his first. 2 free throws for Rumford, 64% on the year and too strong on that one. Scott City, as I mentioned, just 44% at the line this year, 8 of 18 they were against Hugoton last Friday night. Second free throw for Rumford, and that's going to be a lane violation, I believe, on Scott City. So that'll pour a little salt in the wound for Scott City after Rumford had the free throw. No score, 11 seconds into the game. Boy, that's a tough break. Holcomb's first trip down the floor with the ball, and they'll have it into the hands of Titchener at the foul line. Out high, stepping back. Hardy for 3, off to the right. Rebound underneath, ripped away by Harrell. He'll go up and score it. Scott City has not led since the Colby game. 2-0, 7:30 to go first quarter. And they trail here early on, and they have a little pressure in the backcourt, but Scott City does break it with about a second to spare. Metzger with it up top. Now to Alex Trango. Sees an alley, drives left side, takes it strong to the rack, and we're tied at 2. 7:13 to go first quarter. As I mentioned, Scott City has not led since the third quarter of the Colby game back on the 16th of December in a game that they lost by 11, but led that game for most of the way. First minute of this ball game, 2-2 your score. With it is Palacios up top, overplay Hardy. Knoll almost got the steal. Back to Palacios. He'll dribble back up top. Almost stolen out of there. Tight defense by Alex Trango. Gets the screen. And now Palacios up top. Drives right side. Flips it over to Caden Hardy. Hardy into the paint to Titchener. Drives underneath. Pump fake. Shot up and good. He had the good position underneath. 4-2. 6:37 to go first quarter. And there it was right there. He got out to the low block that time. And that's where Holcomb has been successful with the big guys this year. Metzger stops and pops, and we're tied again. 4-4, 6:24 to go first quarter. So back and forth we go here early on. 4-4 is your score. Palacios with it up top. Scott City man-to-man. Right side out high to Caden Hardy. Here's Harrell with it. Goes left to Dalton Long. Long with it. Trying to get it to Palacios off a screen, but good defense by Tarango. 2 minutes in and almost knocked out by Scott, or last touch by Holcomb, but it was knocked out that time by Metzger. It'll still stay Longhorn ball exactly 2 minutes into the ball game. 4-4, Scott City and Holcomb deadlocked here in the 63rd meeting all time, going all the way back to 1987. Palacios, now here's Harrell. He'll drive left side, hand it off to Caden Hardy. He's their leading three-point shooter. Titchener now to Dalton Long, back up top. They work around to Harrell. And then ripped out of there by Avery Knoll. Turnover on Holcomb. Here's Avery Knoll. His layup is good, and Scott City has the lead. Their first lead of the night, 6-4 with 5.5 to go first quarter, and it's 6-4 the Beaver boys up top here. They've scored the last 4 in the game. Coach Chad Novak sends 3 to the scores table. They'll check in next dead ball. Dalton Long right side out high to Caden Hardy. 5:18 to work first quarter into Cooper Titchener, and a charge is taken that time by Jackson Rumford as Titchener led with the elbow. He has 2 early fouls, and that's Holcomb's second turnover. As Holcomb will bring in Corbin Johnson. He has been a big asset on the varsity this year, a 5'9 freshman. Also in will be Devin Garcia and Drayton Knoll, who's their second leading scorer, actually their leading scorer coming off the bench. Beavers trying to add to their 2-point lead. 5:08 to go first quarter. Rumford up top, guarded by Knoll. Now it's Bailey right side to Trango looking for a cutter. Finds Rumford in the paint. Backs his way in, then puts it up over Knoll. Bounces off. Rebound into the hands of Chris Palacios, and here comes Holcomb the other way. 6-4 Scott City lead. Holcomb ball. 4:50 to work here in the first quarter of play. Scott City yet to record a rebound in this game. Up top with it is Devin Garcia. Now right side over to Dalton Long out high. Turning down the three is Palacios. Driving in on Trango. Loses it. And Holcomb with 3 straight turnovers. Lawson Bailey will take it right sideline with 4:35 to Rumford up top. Off the screen right side, Alex Tarango. He'll pull up at the foul line. Out high to Dylan Metzger. Metzger will penetrate. Flip it right corner to Alex Tarango. Stops. Now out high to Avery Knoll. Jump stop. Hangs. Throws up a tough runner. Can't line drive it in. And the rebound to Devin Garcia. 4:15 to work first quarter. 6-4 Scott City lead. Holcomb ball. Long with it out high to Devin Garcia. Right side to Chris Palacios. He'll drive at the foul line. Left corner to Long. Now they work it over to Corbin Johnson. Halfway marked first quarter, and a whistle and a foul out high. And Scott City's first foul of the ball game will be charged to Avery Knoll. Back in is going to be Caden Hardy replacing Dalton Long. 4:02 to go first quarter. It's Scott City 6, Holcomb 4. We've been stuck at this 6-4 score for about 90 seconds. Longhorns to trigger it in. It's been a good defensive battle here so far. Holcomb has hit 2 of their first 3 shots. They do have 3 turnovers. Scott City has hit 3 of their first 5 shots, and the 3 out high is good. Corbin Johnson, his third 3 of the year, gives Holcomb the lead back. 7-6. Avery Knoll will drive in. He'll scoop shot right, but right to Rumford. He misses the bunny, and underneath to Drayton Knoll for the board. Missed opportunities twice there for Scott City, down 7-6. 3.5 to go first quarter. Holcomb with the ball in a 1-point lead. They're a team that shoots 30% from threes. Right side to Corbin Johnson. Back up top, here's a screen for Chris Palacios. A 3, it's off. Rebound fought for. That'll be last touched by Scott City's Avery Knoll as he and Devin Garcia were fighting for the rebound. And it'll stay with the orange-shirted Holcomb Longhorns with 3:13 here in the opening stanza. Holcomb with the 1-point lead in the ball, 7-6. Horns to trigger it in. They will do it up top, but right into Avery Knoll's hands. 4th turnover. Here's Avery Knoll. Jump stop. Flips it to Rumford, who's trailing, and he flips it in for 2. 8-7. 3:05 to go first quarter. Scott City back up by a point here. Points off turnovers here in this first quarter for the Beavers. Dylan Duff will be the first Beaver to check in off the bench. And a 3 up top, no. But the rebound shot, no, for Devin Garcia, and the rebound tracked down for Scott City. Lawson Bailey with it. 2:40 to work here in this opening quarter. Scott City's been owned on the glass by Holcomb so far. Here's Metzger for 3, off to the left, and the rebound into the hands of Chris Palacios, his second rebound already. They have out-rebounded Scott City 6-2. 2:25 to work here in this first quarter. It's 8-7 for Scott City. Holcomb with the ball. Garcia with it up top lob, trying to get it in. And it was last touched by Jackson Rumford. Try to get it at Drayton Knoll. It'll still stay Holcomb basketball. Coy Vance also in for Scott City. As I mentioned, Dylan Duff was at the scorer's table. Holcomb will bring back in a couple of players as well. They'll bring in Jared Harrell. Up top, Palacios guarded by Metzger, drives in, flips it right side. Corbin Johnson with it. He'll drive in and a whistle and a bump out high. That'll be on Dylan Duff. That'll be his second foul, or first foul, and Scott City's second with 2:09 to go first quarter. Both teams with 2 first quarter fouls. 2:09 here in the first, 8-7 Scott City. Palacios looking to inbound it in. He'll lob it out high to Caden Hardy near the half-court stripe. Top of the Beaver logo. 2 minutes to go first quarter. With it is Johnson. Off the screen up top is Jared Harrell. He has not attempted a 3 this year. Right side to Corbin Johnson. Minute 50 to work first period. Now through the hands of Palacios and in the hands of Dylan Metzger. 5 turnovers already in this first quarter for Holcomb. Metzger stops up top to Jackson Rumford. Head fake. Now he'll drive in. Spin move. Flip it right corner to Metzger. Launches a three. Too strong. Rebound. Dylan Duff couldn't get it into the hands of Corbin Johnson. Good effort, though, by Duff, but couldn't quite get around without fouling. That was a good look. The kick in and out there. Minute 25 to work first quarter. Scott City's yet to hit a three here. Holcomb has hit the lone three of the game, but Scott City with a 1-point lead. And that shot runner for Palacios, no. Rebound, tracked down at high, and then we're going to get the bump that time on Coy Vance, who tried to rip it away from Jared Harrell. Took the brunt of that. It'll be the 13th foul on Holcomb. Or on Scott City, I beg your pardon. The foul on Coy Vance is first. Avery Knoll back in for Scott City. He'll replace Jackson Rumford. And for Holcomb is Dalton Long. He will replace Caden Hardy. We're still at 8-7 with a minute 15 to go first quarter. Scott City is 4 of their first 10 from the floor. Holcomb is 3 of their first 8. Minute 10 to go. Palacios guarded tightly by Metzger at high. Out top now to Long. Go back to Long from Palacios. Now to go left wing to Corbin Johnson. Ball deflected and stolen away. Already 6 Holcomb turnovers in this quarter. Here's Vance with 55 seconds to go first frame. He'll throw it up high left to Lawson Bailey, who's not attempted a shot. He'll step back, and now Dylan Metzger left side. He'll drive left baseline. He'll take it all the way. His reverse layup. Oh, he left it strong. Did not use the glass, and the rebound to Holcomb. 40 seconds to work first quarter. 8-7's your score. Scott City now in a 2-3 zone. Left side to Corbin Johnson. Up top right to Dalton Long. In the corner to Chris Palacios and a whistle. We got a foul. That's going to be Drayton Knoll. He's going to be called for the foul. That's his first and the team's third. Third team foul there. Minute 25 to work here in the, 28 seconds to go first quarter. It's been a little over a couple minutes since Scott City scored underneath. Metzger, his reverse layup. That time it's true. It's 10-7. Scott City, 18 seconds to go first quarter. Metzger with 4 as he snuck behind the Longhorns underneath the basket for 2. 10 seconds to work opening period. Holcomb to go for the final shot, down 3. Left side almost stolen away. Now Dalton Long with it out high with 4, with 3. Palacios with 2 seconds and a whistle, and that's going to be a push. Drayton Knoll pushes Avery Knoll to the deck, and now Holcomb's 2 big post players, each with 2 fouls, with 1.2 to go first quarter. And in will be Devin Garcia. He's going to check in for Drayton Knoll, who now has 2 fouls. It's Coach Chad Novak letting the official, Brett Armberger, know the displeasure of the call there. They'll inbound it to Metzger. His three-quarters court shot's got a chance, and it's just a little short as 8 minutes are in the books here in Scott City. 10-7, Beavers up by 3 after 1. Back in a minute for the second quarter. This is Scott City basketball. 1 minute, please.
Lewis Automotive Group in Hayes, Dodge City, Garden City, Liberal, and Topeka.
How would you describe your career?
Rewarding.
It's more than just a job.
Great vacation, great sick pay.
Great opportunities to move forward.
Good work environment, good people. Always something new, always something different.
Every day you learn something new.
Their commitment to education is second to none.
They pay for my school.
I love it because we're all one big happy family.
Family.
Family. It's like a family.
Grow your career with American Implement and John Deere.
10-7 lead for Scott City over Holcomb. It'll be Longhorn basketball to begin the second quarter. Been a pretty good one here so far here as we're back here inside the Scott Community Events Center. Beavers led by Dylan Metzger of 4. Holcomb had 3 different players with that scored. Here's a 3 right side for Long No, and Avery Knoll with the rebound. Here's Scott City back the other way. Rumford has it poked away. That's Scott City's first turnover. 8 minutes and 17 seconds of the game. Here's Palacios back, Long blocked by Lawson Bailey, and back it goes the other way. Scott City with the ball up 3. First seconds of the second period to play. Alex Triangle with it out high. As the Beavers shot 5 of 13 in that first quarter. Both teams 38% from the field in that first quarter. Bailey will take a strong to the rack. Hangs. Bank shot. No. Tip it for Rumford. Got his own rebound. Now flips it right side. Knoll will fire the 3. Bang! Avery Knoll, his second 3 of the year. And the Beavers double the lead up at 13-7 as we're in the first minute of the second quarter of play. Scott City with their largest lead at 6. They've scored the last 7 of the ball game, and they hit their first 3 of the night. Right side to Dalton Long underneath. Pivot now back out high to Long. Looks up top to Palacios. Back to Dalton Long out high. Back to Palacios. Scott City in a 2-3 zone with a 6-point lead. Driving in is Devin Garcia. Lost that time in the left corner, but picked up by Jared Harrell. Bounce passes it to Garcia. Up top to Long. Chris passes by Holcomb, trying to get the Scott City defense out of rotation, and then a whistle and a foul up top with 6:36 to go first half. We're here on KSKL Scott City as we are at 13-7 for Scott City. Dylan Metzger's first foul, 4th team fouls. Both teams have 4 fouls this half. As Caden Hardy back in for the Longhorns, who trail by 6. 6:35 to work first half at 13-7. Up top with it is Hardy. Goes left with a pass to Chris Palacios. Holcomb with a much smaller lineup with Cooper Titcher and Drayton Knoll each with 2 fouls on the bench right now. We'll see how long Coach Chad Novak waits to keep him on the bench. As a 3 up top, no, for Corbin Johnson, He's their leading scorer, and Metzger with the board for Scott City up by 6. Looking out to their 7-0 run. Right side, Lawson Bailey head fake. He'll fire the 3. That's off to the left, and Holcomb with the rebound into the hands of Caden Hardy. 6 minutes to go first half. It's 13-7 Scott City. Holcomb is on a bit of a drought here, on a 5-minute drought. Bounce pass, fumbled, picked up, but banked in. Jared Harrell with his 4th point, 13-9, 5:47 to go first half. That broke a 6-minute and 4-second scoring drought for Holcomb, and it ends a 7-0 Scott City run. 5:38 to go first half, 13-9, Beaver lead of the ball. Metzger running the point up top with the dribble. Man-to-man Holcomb defense. Avery Knoll trying to get it into Rumford, has great position, loses the dribble, and now we have a tie-up underneath. It'll be Scott City's ball in the possession arrow. That time it looked like it went off the leg of Rumford as he was getting ready to try to pick it back up. It'll still stay Beaver ball with 5:25 to go second quarter. As Avery Knoll to inbound it. Up top to Jackson Rumford, now hands it off to Lawson Bailey. A screen for Metzger, open for a left wing 3. Yes! He has 7 in his 18th 3, and Scott City has pushed their lead up a little bit more at 16-9. 5:15 to go first half. The Beavers have hit a pair of 3s tonight, and we have a timeout on the floor taken by Holcomb. With 5:11 to go second quarter, it looks like it's a full. We'll take it as well. Correction, it's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Basketball presented here tonight by Jackson Legal Group, Lebanon Lawn and Tree, Low Tree Farms and Livestock, McCarty Family Farms, Metzger Appraisals and Metzger Family Farms, Midwest Mixer, Western Bearing, Miller Veterinary Clinic, Norder Supply, New Life Market, Plain Jan's, Platinum H Insurance of Pokey Feeders. Scott City lead of 16-9. They've hit 2 threes in this game, and Dylan Metzger leading the charge so far in this first half for Scott City. He has 7. Holcomb is led by Jared Harrell with 4. They have had 2 other players score in this first half as we're at the 5:11 mark of the second quarter. So that 30-second timeout is up. Longhorns to inbound it at half court. 7-point Scott City lead. Holcomb with the ball. Great crowd on hand tonight. Left side out high to Dalton Long. Gets a screen, guarded quickly by Triangle. Long will drive it in, and a whistle and a bump. And that'll be team foul number 5 on Scott City. I believe they're going to get Alex Trango on the call, and they do. Trango's first, team's 5th. And Longhorns all inbound underneath their own basket, down 7. Looking for a cutter. They'll float it up top here to Caden Hardy. Hardy with the dribble, gets a screen. Now up top, goes left in the paint it goes, and that's going to be on Alex Trango, his 2nd and team 6th. As that time he had a little contact underneath of the block there. I believe that was with Long, who was posting up. And so now Eloy Ruelas enters for the first time. He's a 5'9 sophomore, had a free throw against Hugoton last Friday night. Hardy with it. Now they work it around the perimeter. Left corner to Chris Palacios. He is hit 8 threes this year, just 23% from three-point range. Driving and strong layup is crawling off, and then a whistle. We're going to get a foul. And that's going to be on Metzger, and that's a big one, his second, and now it's 1-1 time for Holcomb with 4:38 to go before halftime. Harrell will have 2 free throws. So Metzger and Trango each with 2 fouls, and in will be Camden Volgamore, the 6-foot sophomore, to replace Metzger, who's been kind of the hot hand for Scott City with 7 of their 16 points. Harrell to the line, 56% on the year. That one rims off, and Lawson Bailey collects the board for Scott City. They're up by 7, 4.5 to go first half. Both of their field goals in the second quarter have come from long distance. Left corner to Camden Volgamore looking for a cutter. Now entry feed into Rumford to the left block. Gets underneath, reverse layup, a tough shot, and he knocks it down, his 4th point, and it's 18-9 with 4:18 to go first half. And Scott City with a 9-point lead on an 8-2 run here in the first 4 minutes of the second quarter. Up top now to Corbin Johnson. He'll try straightaway 3, and he buries it. 18-12, midway point of this second quarter, and Johnson with 2 threes. He has doubled his 3-point output in varsity play tonight alone. He has 6. Eloy Ruelas, an answer back 3. Yes! His second varsity 3. 21-12 with 3:45 to go first half. Scott City with 3 threes in this quarter. 3 of their 4 field goals are from 3-point range here in this second period. They lead 21-12, and now losing the dribble out of bounds. Driving in was Caden Hardy. Holcomb's first turnover of the quarter, their 9th of the half. That's right around their season average. They had 13, though, against Lakin on Tuesday night. Scott City will walk it across with Lawson Bailey left to right, leading 21-12. 3:25 to work first half. Jackson Rumford with it, pivots, then gets it stripped, picks the dribble back up, backs his way in. A mismatch there and a layup and scores. It goes around Dalton Long. He has the last 4 for Scott City, and it's 23-12. The lead is blown to 11. 3:12 to go first half of play. With it is Chris Palacios up top, now to Caden Hardy. Hardy gets a screen, now up top, goes right to Palacios. He'll launch a deep 3, crawls off, rebound Eloy Ruelas, and a whistle and a foul underneath on Holcomb. That'll be on Corbin Johnson, his first, Holcomb's 5th foul of the half. With 2:57 to go before intermission. The Beavers on a 13-5 run so far in the first 5+ minutes of the second stanza to go up 23-12. Bailey to bring it across. He'll go right with the pass, and that's deflected out. 2:49 to go first half. Holcomb to bring in Devin Garcia. He'll replace Dalton Long. But Holcomb has gone pretty cold from the floor here in the second quarter. And we have a timeout on the floor taken by Scott City. 2:49 to go first half. It is a 30. We'll keep it right here. 23-12 your score. Basketball also brought to you tonight here by Precision Ag and Seed, Our Brothers Auto Body Mechanic, Arnar Pallet, Richards Financial Services, also Root and Bean Green Agency, Scott City Eye Center, Scott City Pharmacy Giftologist, Scott Community Foundation, Scott Cooperative Association, Scott County Hospital, Scott County Records, and Scott Pro. Watching a little bit of the wrestling in Oakley right now. Scott City taking on Hoxie right now. They have to wrestle Oakley later on here. Oh, they're just starting 106 there in the second period there. It's been a good one there for Trenton Frank. He just put in a neck wrench, got a 4-point move there, but they just gave up a reversal. They're tied at 6. They're going to be at home here tomorrow. The Scott City Wrestling Classic beginning at 9:30. Scott City's ball out of the 32nd timeout. They post up, Rumford deflected, picks it up, lays it up, and it crawls in. He has 6 in a row for Scott City, 8.5, and the lead is now 25-12 with 2:40 to go first half. Scott City on a 15-5 second quarter run. Johnson will drive in. Nice move. Nice dish underneath to Devin Garcia, and he'll kiss it off the glass for his first basket. 25-14 with 2:25 to go first half. And a whistle, and that's going to be a travel up top on Jackson Rumford. Scott City's second turnover of the half. 25-14, Beaver lead is at 11. It was once at 13. outside of 2 minutes to go before halftime. Holcomb with the ball, looking to string together a series of points here. They have not been able to do that tonight in a whistle, but they will have an opportunity at the line. There's a foul on the floor, and that'll be free throws coming up at Scott City's whistle for their 8th foul of the half with 2:11 to go before halftime. I believe they'll get Eloy Ruelas with the foul, his first. And a 1-1 for Corbin Johnson, where he's 67% at the line this year. As in, as Coy Vance to replace Ruelas, he had a big 3 earlier in this period. Front end of the 1-1 for the 5'9 freshman. Free throw crawling in, he'll get the bonus. 25-15, 2:11 to go first half. And Dominique Orozco, a 5'7 junior, in replacing Chris Palacios. Both teams have subbed 4 off the bench in this first half. 25-15, free throw for Johnson, good as well. He has 8 of their 16 points coming off the bench. Down to a 9-point game, 4 in a row for the orange-shirted Horns as we approach 2 to go first half. Holcomb playing man-to-man. They'll lob it in alley. Oh, missing the dunk that time was Rumford, but a good attempt. And the rebound to Holcomb. They'll bring it across with Dominique Orozco. They had the alley-oop set up pretty nicely there. With 1:50 to go first half. At the left elbow out high to Harrell. One dribble, hands it off to Corbin Johnson. Ball loose out high, still loose, and we're going to get a whistle. We're going to get a foul on that. My goodness. We're going to get a hustle foul on Jackson Rumford. That's his first, and that's the 9th team foul, and we'll send Johnson back to the line for a 1-and-1. Tough break there for Scott City. And Johnson, who just hit a couple of free throws a moment ago here, back to line for a 1-and-1, and he will get that. He'll get the bonus as it bounces in. 25-17. All of a sudden, Holcomb with 5 in a row with 1:43 to go first half. And all by the 5'9 freshman Corbin Johnson. Second free throw. That one crawls in as well. 25-18. He has led the last 7, or make that last 4 of the last 6 for Holcomb. 1:35 to go first half. Into Rumford left baseline. Holcomb's only been whistled for 5 fouls, and Scott City throws it away, trying to get it in the paint to Coy Vance. Here's Holcomb with the ball. 1:25 to go on a 7-0 run. Make that 6-0 run. 25-18. 1:20 to go first half. Up top, Corbin Johnson goes right side to Jared Harrell, and now to Dominique Orozco. So Scott City has turned the ball over back-to-back possessions, and trying to reach in was trying to get the steal was Rumford. He'll poke the ball out of bounds, and it'll stay Scott City or Longhorn ball with 1:08 to go first half as Dylan Metzger will replace Camden Volgamore. And Metzger playing out there with 2 fouls, so he has to be extra careful. Orozco with it. Final minute of this second quarter. Orozco gets a screen, goes left, guarded by Vance out high. Now up top, here's Johnson. He'll drive in. Right side, here's a shot for 2, and it bounces off. Rebound, Avery Knoll wrestled away, but then ripped away by Harrell, and a whistle and a foul after the miss by Harrell. Scott City forces Holcomb into their 6th foul with 15.5 seconds to go first half. Foul will be charged to Devin Garcia, his first, as Dylan Duff will check in for Coy Vance. 15.5 seconds to go first half. Scott City up 25-18, trying to end the Holcomb 6-0 run after they had not had a series of baskets or points in a row all night. Scott City up by 7. They've led by as many as 13. Bailey with it. He'll drive in the paint. Dish it wide open. Here's Avery Knoll with a layup for 2. He has 7. 27-18. 30 seconds to go first half. He has really stepped up his game over the last couple of games, last 6 quarters. Holcomb may go for the final shot here, the half with 20 seconds to go first half. Scott City with a 9-point lead at 27-18. 13 seconds to work before halftime. Still with a dribble up top, Dominique Orozco. Bounce pass is thrown away. 10th Holcomb turnover. Lead pass to Rumford with 4 seconds. Weaves his way left. Drives in and is fouled by Corbin Johnson. That's a big foul. That's his 2nd and the team's 7th with 3.4 to go first half. And Rumford to line for the 2nd time tonight where he's 0 for 2. Second trip for Scott City to the free throw line tonight. So 3 Holcomb Longhorns with 2 fouls. Corbin Johnson, Cooper Titchener, and Drayton Knoll. Rumford's first free throw. Boy, that's short. Scott City has struggled mightily at the foul line this year, and it continues on there. Coy Vance replaces Dylan Metzger's coach Brian Gentry, pulls him out with 2 fouls here. You don't want to get a cheapie here in the final 3 seconds. Rumford will hit the second. He'll have 9 in the half, 28-18, with 3.4 to go first half. 2 seconds, 1 second. Here's a half court. He even hits the side of the backboard for Corbin Johnson, and we have reached intermission. Scott City with a 10-point lead heading in the locker room. They went on an 18-11 second quarter run and lead at 28-18 at the break. Back in 3 minutes. This is Scott City basketball.
golfers around here in Athens, we encourage you to sign up for that. You can sign up for that online at the gamesofstronghold.org.com. Here to introduce the rest of tonight's guests will be Beaver Broad, a former past Stronghold player himself. Scott Community High School to be nominated for the Okay. Jason, the 31st person from Scott Community High School to participate in this trial. That's a great connection that we have here. Now, I also know the Holcomb has a great connection too, and I do believe they might have a couple past tribal players here also. So if there's anybody in stands or attendance tonight that has previously participated in playing in the Shrine Bowl, would you please stand? So tonight I'm here with Jason Dad, Mr. Mike, and Pete Thomas. I just want you guys to know that there was an honor here. There was something with every day of practice, you could always have that Jason's going to be there and be 100%. Sometimes we kind of pull it back and remind him that it's just practice. But his dedication to the sport, his dedication to the team is unsurpassed by anything. Right now, with a great honor that we're here to present Opportunity for an invitation to Jason to play the Beaver Broadcasting Network. Congratulations, Jason.
Describe your career.
Rewarding.
It's more than just a job.
Great vacation, great sick pay.
Great opportunities to move forward.
Good work environment, good people.
Always something new, always something different.
Every day you learn something new.
Their commitment to education is second to none.
They pay for my school.
I love it because we're all one big happy family.
Family.
Family. It's like a family.
Grow your career with American Implement and John Deere.
That'll be at around 6 o'clock for that tip-off. And right now, as it stands, we'll probably more than likely join that game in progress. We'll have to go from the high school to the college. The high school will have the 5 o'clock girls game with Scott City and Kingman and then join that boys game in progress. It's tough with how they stagger the tournament times there at the Sterling Invitational. If the boys win, they'll play on Thursday against Southeast of Saline or Smoky Valley. By the way, Southeast of Saline is ranked number 1 in Class 3 and unbeaten. If they do lose, they'll play on Tuesday. And so that's how that sets up there in the bracket. Holcomb will open up with Clay Center on Tuesday in the Hillsboro Trojan Classic. And that has been probably one of the more premier 3A, 2A, 3A, 4A tournaments in the state of Kansas during this time of the year. It'll be Holcomb ball to begin the third quarter. Scott City is led by as many as 13. Holcomb had it down to 7. But then the Beavers with the final 3 points in the final 30 seconds of the half to go up 28-18. Scott City with some foul trouble. Dylan Metzger and Alex Trangovich with 2 fouls. Holcomb had some foul trouble. Corbin Johnson with 2. He picked up a second foul late second quarter. Cooper Tishner and Drayton Knoll each had 2 fouls. They had their first 4 fouls of the game all in the first quarter. They did not play the second quarter. And you get the feeling to begin in the second half, there's going to be a set play for Drayton Knoll, who's going to start the third quarter for Holcomb. Scott City will have Alex Trango, Avery Knoll, Jackson Rumford, Dylan Metzger, and Lawson Bailey. Bailey scoreless in that first half, only attempted 2 shots. Holcomb will counter Dalton Long, Chris Palacios, who has the ball, Drayton Knoll, Jared Harrell, and Caden Hardy. With it is Johnson starts the second half and then losing his footing and turnover. Here's Alex Tarango with it left side. Avery Knoll will drive left baseline, and he's going to be drawing the blocking foul on Corbin Johnson, and now he's in foul trouble. That's his third with 7:42 to go third quarter, and I thought maybe they're going to get Knoll for a push-off there. But Holcomb's hot hand, Corbin Johnson now 3 fouls and 10 points. Scott City with the ball in a 28-18 lead here, early seconds of the third quarter. Holcomb had it set up nice off the opening seconds of the half. And now Rumford will drive in. He'll take a strong heel, lay it up, a lot of contact to let it go. And the rebound into the hands of Drayton Knoll, his third rebound of the night. Holcomb's second trip down the floor this half. And now it's turned over again. 12th Holcomb turnover. Here's Scott City right to left, opening seconds of this third quarter at 10-point margin for Scott City, 28-18. Up top, it goes to Lawson Bailey. Gets a screen, goes left. Feeds it in to Rumford. Looking to back his way in, does so on Knoll. Pivots. Oh, he got it, or he did travel with it. And that'll be Scott City's 4th turnover. That was a good defensive effort on Rumford that time by Knoll. And as Rumford could not find a way to go to his left there and picked up the pivot foot. Just the 4th turnover of the night on Scott City. Minute into this third quarter, been a lot of activity, nothing to show. And Holcomb with their 3rd turnover in as many possessions. Here's a layup by Metzger. It's good. His 9th point makes it 30-18, 6:50 to go here in the third quarter. And Coach Chad Novak goes to the second row of subs on the bench for a substitute. 6:38 to go third quarter at 30-18. Up top to Jared Harrell. He goes right with the pass. And now back up top, they work it over to Caden Hardy. Hardy with it. And now he'll drive left side. Here's left baseline Palacios. Palacios cut off, and now up top it goes. Here's Harrell. The screen for Caden Hardy. Up top, almost stolen away into the hands of Dalton Long. Pivots, gets his screen, but doesn't use it now. Long will take it, swatted out of there. Oh, my, they're going to get the blocking foul. Whew, my. That was a tough foul on Avery Knoll, who did everything right, but I guess he made the contact. Wow. Knoll's second, team's first of the half. 2 free throws coming up for Dalton Long, who is 4 of 5 at the line this year, and 80%. Ooh, man. That's a tough break for Scott City. Up by a dozen. Free throw for Long is good. Holcomb is now 5 of 6 to the line, making it 30-19 here with 6:08 here in the third quarter. As in will be Cooper Titchener off the bench. Second free throw rimming in and out, and the rebound to Lawson Bailey. We don't know how to have a number 3 on a program, so bear with me here. Try to get something on that here. 5:58 to go, third quarter. As Holcomb hit 1 out of 2 at the line, 30-19. Now Metzger with it, saves it, puts it on the floor here. There's Metzger, uses up his dribble, goes left corner to Avery Knoll. Knoll now Rumford right side, driving in Tarango, and he's going to be fouled on the floor. And that'll be the second team foul on the Longhorns this half. That'll be a foul on number 3, his first. Of course, the guy, now Lawson Bailey's shot has blocked a lot of contact and no foul, and the rebound goes to Jared Harrell. In transition is Holcomb down 11, 5:28 to go here in the third. Up top now, and now lob thrown away. Tarango tried to save it in play. He somehow trickles over to Bailey, 14th Longhorn turnover. 5:14 here in the third quarter. Underneath here is Avery Knoll at the left block. Puts it up and is fouled going up, and he'll get 2 free throws, and number 3 gets 2 fouls, who we still have not been able to find out who it is. We apologize for that. So that pretty much indicates he has not played varsity all year. Oh, okay, we have confirmation. It's Brody Deniston, his second foul. Knoll misses the front end of 2 free throws. He is just 7 of 18 coming into tonight. He's 39%. So Brody Deniston, he's a freshman for Holcomb. Of course, he's cousins with Dylan Metzger, and they both share the jersey number 3. Knoll hits 1 out of 2. He has 8. 31-19, 5:07 to go third quarter. So Deniston with 2 fouls, 3 in the half, and now there's another steal. Here's a layup for Knoll for double figures. Oh, he rushed the shot, and the pinballs around, but they're going to say last touch by Scott City after Knoll was stepping on the baseline, and it belonged to Holcomb. 4:56 to go here in the third quarter. Deniston is a 5'5 freshman. We believe making his varsity debut tonight. 4:48 in the third, 31-19 Scott City lead. With it is Dalton Long, and they're going to get a moving screen on Holcomb. An interesting call there. And I think Chad Novak may want a timeout. Nope, he doesn't. They get the moving screen on Jared Harrell, his first, team's 4th. Already 4 fouls on Holcomb this quarter, just 1 on Scott City. 4:40 to work third quarter. Now Metzger with it right corner. Entry feed into Lawson Bailey. Pump fakes. Now throws it back up. He does get it to Rumford for a 3. Off to left. Rebound loose. And it's pinballed around. That was last touch by Metzger. Went off his foot and out of bounds. 4:28 to go third quarter after a wild second quarter. Has been kind of a lull into this third quarter. Scott City with 3 points. Holcomb with just 1. It's 31-19. Going right with a pass to Dalton Long, and slipping on the floor was Long, and then shot stuffed by Rumford on Cooper Titchener. Here comes Scott City back the other way. Bailey dishes it left corner, and that's going to be a charge, and that's the right call that time, as taking the charge was Long, as Bailey was dishing it to Knoll for a 3. 4:08 to go third quarter. The foul on Lawson Bailey is first, team second of the half. And you kind of get the sense, just looking at both coaches, Brian Gentry for Scott City and Chad Novak for Holcomb, they haven't been happy with the calls in the second half. To be honest, they have been pretty consistent. Halfway through this third quarter, go left with the pass to Long in the left corner. He has the lone point for Holcomb this half on a free throw. 3:50 to go, third quarter up top. Drayton Knoll goes left with the dribble a couple times. Backdoor cut. Nice defense by Rumford. Holcomb with their 16th turnover of the night. 6 in this quarter. 3:40 to go. Metzger up top. He'll pull it back out. Scott City with a 12-point lead. They've led by as many as 13. Metzger almost carries it. And now he steps back and launches a 3. A lot of contact on that one, and it crawls off, and the rebound to Jared Harrell for Holcomb. 31-19. We've been stuck there for almost 2 minutes. 3:25 to go third period. Up top, here's Long. He'll fire a deep three, and he'll bury it. His 7th three of the year, and it's 31-22. First field goal of the half for Holcomb. Timeout, Holcomb. It's a full. We'll take it as well with 3:19 to go third quarter. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
It's the start of something new sales event going on right now at Lop Motors in Dodge City. Now is the perfect time to order your new 2023 Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram truck. Stop into Lop Motors this month and take advantage of great pricing on all Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks. Lop Motors is your largest Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram truck dealer in all of western Kansas, located under the Great American flag in Dodge City.
At First National Bank of Scott City, we look forward to helping you manage your finances with our quick, secure, and convenient online banking service. Not only can you check your daily account history and spot fraud, you can also set alerts that will notify you if your account balance drops below an amount that you have chosen. Send notifications when your statement is available and when your loan payment is due. Don't forget about online bill paying. Check it out at fnbscott.com or come see us at First National Bank of Scott City. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
(31-22) out of the Holcomb timeout. Scott City's ball. 3:19 left in the third. Back here in Scott City. So Holcomb with now 4 in the third points in the third quarter, all by Dalton Long. Those are his first points of the game, by the way, all in this third quarter. As we approach 3 to go third quarter, Metzger flips it over right side. Now in it, Rumford backing his way in on Knoll. Pivots, goes to his left, puts up a tough shot. Short rebound, Bailey follow, no. 2 misses right around the bucket for Scott City, and Holcomb with another chance to crack into this deficit some more. They've scored the last possession or last points on a 3. Here's a screen for Brody Denniston. 2:40 to go third quarter, goes right with a pass to Chris Palacios. Back up top to Drayton Knoll. Knoll with one dribble. Now they weave up top to Denniston. Here is Harrell with it, and a 3 on the way, and that is good. Corbin Johnson with 3 threes, and it's a 6-point game here with 2:26 to go first half at 31-25. And so Holcomb was 6 in a row now, and they have cut the deficit to within 6. And to Rumford. Now looking to back his way in. Pivots, goes to his left. Pivots, goes left. Bank shot high up. No. Tipped, and Holcomb with it. So defense has been good for Holcomb on Rumford in this third quarter. Here's a layup left short. Blocked that time. And the rebound in the hands of Rumford. Under 2 to go third quarter. Jackson Rumford left side. Lawson Bailey for a 3. No. Rebound in the paint for Holcomb Denniston. That's going to be a foul on Avery Knoll, his third and the team's third of the half. With 1:52 to go third quarter. Scott City has gone cold from the floor over the last 3 minutes here. Holcomb has hit their last 2 threes. They now have 4 on the night. They are 2 of 2 on threes this quarter and 4 of 11 for the game. They've cut down the turnovers last few possessions. That's what allowed them to get back into this game. They've scored 7 of the last 8 points in this game to pull to within 31-25. 95 seconds to go third quarter. Here's a screen for Denniston. Bounce pass left side to Palacios. Palacios gets the screen, looking to drive in. He gets the strip and picks it back up. Now high to Denniston. He drives in, ball knocked out by Avery Knoll with 1:23 to go third quarter, still Longhorn basketball. Coach Brian Gentry sends in Eloy Ruelas to the lineup. He'll replace Avery Knoll. And also in will be Brooks Bailey for the first time. The 5'10 sophomore, he will replace Alex Tarango. 31-25. Holcomb is to within 6 and has a chance to cut the deficit some more. Minute 20 to work third quarter. Pass out high left to Chris Palacios. Up top with it is Harrell. And now back up top to Drayton Knoll. Knoll, a couple of dribbles looking for that backdoor cut, and a layup for Johnson. He has the last 5, and Holcomb's to within 4. 1 minute to go third quarter, 31-27. Boy, this is a pretty good freshman. He has 15 points. Right side, Brooks Bailey, a 3, and he hits it! His third three of the year and a big answer to end the Holcomb 8-0 run, 34-27 with 45 seconds to go third quarter. That was a huge three. That broke a 4-minute-plus drought. Pump fake shot blocked by Rumford underneath. Rebound lost to Bailey, and he will pull it out for Scott City, his sixth rebound. That was a tip for Palacios and a whistle, and we have a carrying violation on Scott City, their sixth turnover of the night with 33 seconds to go third quarter. Holcomb crowd who took umbrage on the no call on the Palacios layup, and they have a chance to cut the deficit here as they will more than likely go for the final shot of this third quarter, down 34-27. They're on a 9-6 run in this third quarter. The pace has really favored them more than it has Scott City. I think Holcomb wants to slow this game down a little bit more. Scott City wants to speed things up here. 8 seconds here in the third. He goes left with the pass to Corbin Johnson. He'll drive in, and that's really not a bad foul on Eloy Ruelas, who saw Johnson drive in on him. It's the fourth team foul on Scott City and just Ruelas' second. I think he'll take that foul anytime. He's been the hot hand in this third quarter, and really in the second and third quarters. He has 3 threes in the game and 15 points, does the 5'9" freshman. 4.4 to go third quarter. They get it to Brody Denniston. He'll pull up at the left elbow for the jumper. No, and that's how the third quarter comes to an end. But Holcomb is inched a little closer. They've gotten it to within 4. It's right now a 7-point game, 34-27. Buckle up. We've got the fourth quarter coming up in 1 minute. This is Beaver basketball. Lead in their ball to begin the fourth quarter. They've led by 13. They led it by 12 with about 5 minutes to go third quarter. Then Holcomb went on an 8-0 run. Scott City had the last points of the third quarter. Here's Jackson Rumford. He has 9. The balance attack, nice backdoor feed. Here's Lawson Beelan, and he's on the board. Assist Rumford, 36-27, 7:45 to go. Great set play designed by Coach Brian Gentry to begin this fourth quarter. Scott City with the last 5 of the ball game. Both by the Bailey brothers. Here's a whistle and a foul. It's a push on Scott City, the 5th team foul of the half. They'll get, I believe, Brooks Bailey with the call, and that's his first. Avery Knowles set to check back in. He'll replace Brooks Bailey. 36-27. Scott City led by Dylan Metzger and Jackson Rumford, each with 9. Holcomb led by Corbin Johnson. He has 15 of their 27 points. Inbound into Brody Denniston, who came in the third quarter. Hasn't played varsity all year. 7:29 to go. Palacios with it. Now right side. Johnson left wide open for 3. That one too strong. Rebound ripped away by Avery Knoll for Scott City. Johnson, that was a little heat check there. Finally, he misses one from 3. He's only missed 2 tonight. Scott City can go up by double digits. Now left side, here's Lawson Bailey out high. Metzger for a 3. Yes! He has 2 threes and a dozen. 39-27, 7:04 to go here. That was great ball movement on that possession for Scott City to get the open 3 from Metzger. He now has the team high 12 points. That's going to be a whistle. We have an official timeout, and Avery Knoll is bleeding in the face. Whew. So he's going to have to check out. Scott City will sub in Alex Tarango. Here was 6:55 to go. Oh, didn't get as Matt Byer, the principal, brings in a bag of ice for him. He got hit probably around the temple area. It's hard to see. 6:50 to go. Scott City the last 8 points of the game. So countered 8 for 8 did both teams. Now underneath, pump fake. in the paint. Here's a foul line jumper short for Drayton Knoll. Still scoreless. The rebound ripped away. Pump fake and a stuff and a foul. That foul on Alex Tarango, that'll be his third and the team's sixth of the half. And 2 free throws coming up here for Chris Palacios, who is scoreless tonight, averaging 7 a game. He has 3 rebounds unofficially. Tarango his third, 6th team foul, 4 on Holcomb this half. 6:37 left. First of 2 free throws is good. Holcomb has been pretty good at the line, 6 of 8, and that's now 39-28. As Cooper Titchener will replace Drayton Knoll. Second free throw to make this a 10-point game, and it is on target. His first 2 tonight, 39-29. Lead is at 10 for Scott City. 90 seconds into this final 8 minutes of play as they're working on Avery Knoll on the bench. Here is Rumford in the paint. Now up top, here's Tarango. Flips it left side. Bailey for 3. That's Lawson. Bailey, yes, he rattles it home. He has all 5 of his points in this fourth quarter. His 12th triple puts Scott City to a 42-29 lead with 6:15 to go. Here's a steal. Jackson Rumford. Showtime! He slams it home. 44-29. Timeout, Scott City. Oh, my. 6:09 left, a 15-point Scott City lead. Timeout, Beavers back in a minute. This is Scott City basketball. The Scott City Beavers have come out of hibernation in the first 10 minutes of this fourth quarter on a 10-2 run and have their largest lead of the night here, 44-29, 6 minutes to go, and that got the crowd going. The throwdown dunk there from Jackson Rumford moments ago. 5:57 to go, and Holcomb with the ball. Chris Palacios left side. Good help defense by Scott City. Palacios' pass is deflected, trying to get it to Brody Denniston, and it's going to stay with the Longhorns with 5:50 to go. Off the Holcomb turnover, their 17th of the night. Titchener right corner with it. He'll drive the right baseline, spin move. Nice move. He'll lay it up and he'll score it for his first field goal of the half and one. 44-31 with 5:43 to go. That's team foul number 7 on Scott City. And the foul, I think, is going to be on Rumford. It is his second. So they got Avery Knoll all patched up. He's back in. He'll replace Eloy Ruelas with 5:43 to go. 44-31 Scott City. So Beavers just went up by 15, now at 13. Free throw is good for Titchener. He's 62% there on the year, and it's now a 12-point game. As Holcomb apply full court pressure, Bailey finds Alex Tarango, who'll kick it to Jackson Rumford in the front court, and that's going to be a block out high on Titchener, his third, and the team's fifth with 5:36 remaining. That's his first foul since the first quarter. And this game really changed when both Cooper Titchener and Drayton Knoll picked up 2 fouls in the first quarter, and Scott City was able to take advantage of that. Up top to Jackson Rumford, Lawson Bailey, and now to Alex Tarango. 5.5 to go. Here's Metzger straight away. Wanted to take the 3, but quickly guarded by Palacios. Both these teams have 2 seniors. This is going to be a fun battle over the next few years. They're both pretty young. They go down to the sophomores, and Holcomb, in the case, go down to freshmen. Tarango goes left to Dylan Metzger with 5:14 to go. 44-32 as the Longhorns are in a man-to-man defense. Bounce pass to Tarango up top. Scott City can be patient. They almost turned the ball over. Tarango saves it now. Here's Lawson Bailey. Needs help. Puts it on the floor once and a whistle and a tough break on Titchener. That's his 4th foul with 4:59 to go in the team's 6th. Their final foul to give. Coach Chad Novak wanted to travel. Scott City to inbound it. Knoll to do the honors. Gets it into Rumford. Now back to Knoll, right corner 3. Short. Rebound Holcomb. Palacios skied for that one. Knoll trying to get into double figures for the first time in his varsity career. Couldn't quite get it that time. 4:45 to go, but he's shooting the 3 much better, and that's going to be a whistle and a foul. And that's going to be on Knoll. That'll be his 4th. With 4:45 to go, so Knoll with 4 fouls. Team's 8th, and a 1-and-1 coming up for Corbin Johnson and Holcomb, who has been pretty dynamite at the line tonight. They are 8 of 9. And is Eloy Ruelas. Johnson with 15 points to lead Holcomb tonight. He had 15 of their 27 going into the 4th quarter. It is a 1-and-1. And Johnson, the freshman, 4 of 4 at the line tonight. Make it 5 of 5. And it's 44-33. With 4:45 to go. This game far from over. And it's too strong on the second free throw. Jackson Rumford collects the rebound. He has 11 points and 4 boards. Lead pass, it's almost stolen away, and it is. And a turnover, 7th Scott City turnover. Now Holcomb can get this down to single digits here with 4:25 to go. Right side, here is Johnson driving in. It's stripped at a foul and 2 free throws. That'll be on Eloy Ruelas, his 3rd with 4:19 to go. This game's starting to get a little interesting all of a sudden, and it's now 9th team foul on Scott City. 2 free throws once again for Corbin Johnson. He has a team-high 16 and a game-high 16 for the freshman. Free throw is rimming in and out. He'll get another one. Second free throw pending here. It's up, and that is good. He hits 1 out of 2 and makes it a 44-34 game with 4:19 to go. And Holcomb will extend a 2-2-1 3/4 court press. Metzger with it in the backcourt with 4:13 to go. Now to Bailey. Scott City needs to get it across. They do to Ruelas. Right side of Tarango, right corner to Jackson Rumford here with 4 minutes to go. Pass almost thrown away. Kept alive by Ruelas. Somehow kept it. And now Jackson Rumford head fake. Looking to pass it in, but he can't. 3:55 to go. Scott City can now be a little extra patient, and they're going to get the foul on Corbin Johnson. That's a big one on him. That's his 4th with 3:54 to go. He and both Cooper Titchener each with 4, and that'll send Metzger to the line for a 1-and-1. He has a dozen points, but he has struggled at the line this year, just 29% at 2 of 7. Front of the 1-and-1 is good. He'll get the bonus. 45-34, 3:54 left. He has a baker's dozen. Second free throw pending, and that is good. That looked good both times. 46-34. Ruelas out in is Avery Knoll. And Scott City now 4 of 8 from the line tonight. North of their 44% season average or percentage coming in. 46-34, 3:45 to go. With it is Corbin Johnson. Steps back, fires a 3. That one bounces off. The rebound underneath, and the follow-up is good, and 1 for Jared Harrell. He has 6 points and 6 boards, and Holcomb back to within 10. 3:40 to go. Scott City did not box out. And I believe they're going to get that on Rumford for his 3rd foul. No, they're going to get that on Alex Tarango. He now has 4 fouls with 3:40 to go. Both teams experiencing some big foul trouble. Tarango and Avery Knoll each with 4. Corbin Johnson and Cooper Titchener with 4 for Holcomb. That free throw crawls off. The rebound into the hands of Avery Knoll. And Scott City keeps a 10-point lead here at 46-36. As Harrell, a 56% free throw shooter, and a whistle and a foul. And if that's on Titchener, that's it for him. It's either on Titchener or Johnson. And that might be on Johnson. That's a big one. He's their leading scorer with 17 points tonight. With fouls out with 3:31 to go. That freshman has definitely not played like a freshman out there tonight. It's 8th team foul on Holcomb and a 1-1 for Rumford, who has 11 points tonight. Free throw is good. He'll get the bonus. 47-36 with 3:31 to go. So good job of Scott City countering points for points here. Second free throw for Rumford is also good. He has 13. 48-36. Out is Alex Tarango for Scott City. As Camden Vogelmore returns to the lineup. 12-point lead for Scott City. Holcomb with the ball, 3.5 to go at 48-36. Beavers have led by as many as 15 in this game. The layup is blocked. Oh, they're going to get a push on that. And that's on Jackson Rumford, his third with 3:23 to go. Not a lot of flow here as of late in this fourth quarter. That's a tough break on Rumford. It looked like he had all ball from behind, but the official underneath the basket made the call for the push. And 2 free throws for Chris Palacios. His only points there tonight are 2, and they're right there at the line. Free throw is bouncing in. He gets his third point, 48-37, and Holcomb gets some points without any time running off the clock here with 3:23 to go. They last scored with 3:40 to go. Holcomb may want time if he hits this free throw, which he does, and there it is. 48-38, Scott City after Palacios hits the free throw. Let's take a full timeout. 3:23 to go. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
Chambliss Roofing has you covered since 1993. They are prepared for any job like maintenance and repair, an upgrade, or a new install. They provide the best customer service for residential and commercial roofing. Looking to upgrade to a metal roof? They can do that as well. If you have any existing damage or are looking for a roof that will last for years to come, don't wait to get a free consultation. Visit their website, chamblissroofing.com, by scanning the QR code on screen now.
Furrow Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Furrow Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
To apply is March 31st. Member FDIC.
48-38, Scott City lead. Holcomb's going to apply full court pressure out of the timeout. They're down to 2 timeouts out of the Longhorns. Scott City has 3. They have 2 fulls and a 30. Holcomb with a full and 30. 3:23 to go. Bailey runs the baseline, inbounds it in to Avery Nolan, back to Lawson Bailey. Then they'll back off with the Longhorns. Scott City will dribble it up top here with 3:15 to go. Be patient. You don't want to push things too much here, but you also want to get a good shot, run some time off, and maybe make Holcomb foul you. Camden Vogelmore with it out high as we are at 3 minutes to go. Left side, Avery Nolan to Jackson Rumford. He'll put on the floor once, hands it off to Metzger. He pulls it back out now. He'll drive in. Right side to Vogelmore with 2:58 to go. Now skips it left side to Rumford. He's now fouled, and that's it for Titchener. Team foul number 9 on Holcomb, and Titchener will foul it with just 5 points with 2:53 to go. 2 Holcomb Longhorns have fouled out here tonight, and that'll bring in Drayton Knoll. And a 1-1 for Jackson Rumford, who has 13 points tonight. He has 4 in this quarter, was shut out in the third quarter. Both Knoll and Titchener had pretty good defense on him in that third quarter. And Scott City's done a good job of getting Rumford out off the block here in this fourth quarter. That has helped out a little bit. And a 1-1 for Jackson Rumford with 2:53 left. It's a 10-point game right now. Free throw is good, and Rumford in rhythm there. 49-38 with 2:53 left. So far, Holcomb has had 2 players foul out. Scott City has 2 on the brink. Avery Knoll and Alex Trango with 4 fouls, and Rumford sinks the second free throw, and Coach Brian Gentry wants a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Basketball presented by Security State Bank, Spencer Pest Control, State Farm Insurance. Also, so I'd like to thank Original Grande, Tri-Pack, North America, True North Cafe, Turner Sheet Metal, Vogelmore Family Farms, also Western Kansas Insurance, Western State Bank, Wheatland Electric, White's Food Liner, and Winterland Farms. Beavers will be in action on Monday in the opening round of the Sterling Invitational. They'll take on the Lions of Lions. That boys game will start at 6. The girls game starts at 5 as the Lady Beavers will take on the Kingman Lady Eagles. Scott City right now tonight 4-4 on the year, but trying to pick up a huge victory against a pretty good Holcomb team that has won 6 of the last 7 after dropping their season opener. Scott City trying to snap a 3-game streak and get some momentum into Kingman next week. They're trying to get that 3-game losing streak erased. 2:45 to go. High in the backcourt with it. Palacios just gets it across with a second to spare. That was pretty close. 50-38. Now up top here for Dalton Long. He'll drive right side. Back up top it goes to Palacios with 2:25 to go. He'll stop and pop a 3. It's short. It was dead on but short. Jackson Rumford wrestles away the rebound for Scott City. Rumford just 5 rebounds tonight, but he has a team-high 15 points. Metzger and him combined for 29 of their 50. Holcomb at man-to-man as we're down to the final 2 minutes of this one. Scott City's led by as many as 15 in this game. They have a 12-point lead in the foul on Chris Palacios. And Scott City with 2 free throws coming up here.
Foul called on Chris Palacios of Holcomb. His first. 10 Kitty.
And a double bonus here for Dylan Metzger as he looks to retake the team high in points. He'll sink the first, 51-38 with 2:04 to go. He has 15. Rumford with 15 as well. On a night where Lawson Bailey's only had 5 points, and those coming in the fourth quarter. Now Metzger with the team high 16, 4 in a row from the foul line for Scott City. In the points, it's 52-38. They've actually hit their last 6 free throws, make it their last 8. Minute 55 to go. A little bit more of a cushion for Scott City, trying to snap a 5-game streak here, losing streak against Holcomb. Palacios with it now at high. Here's Denniston 3, and he knocks down his first varsity points. 52-41, and they're not done, and Coach Chad Novak will burn one of his final 2 timeouts left with a minute 44 to go. Let's come back in 30 seconds. This is Scott City basketball.
Fairleigh Feed Yard is dedicated to investing in our facilities and staff to provide the best experience possible for the cattle feeder and, in the end, the consumers of our product. We are always in the market to purchase corn and other commodities from local producers. Call our office at 620-872-2111 for current pricing. Our dedicated employees and their families are very important to us, and we are proud of their children that are current Beavers and individuals that will grow into those roles in the future. Fairleigh Feed Yard is privileged to support Scott City youth and are honored to cheer on the Beavers.
Holcomb down to 1 timeout left. Scott City with 2 fulls left. 32nd timeout left for Holcomb. Both teams in the double bonus. Bailey can run the baseline. He does so. Lawson. And they do get it into Camden Vogelmore, and he's quickly fouled by Dalton Long. That'll be just his first. And so Camden Vogelmore, who has 1 of 2 at the line in varsity play this year, steps up for 2 more. We're here on KSKL Scott City. The poor Scott City wrestling team, they're still in their duel with Hoxie. They still have to duel Oakley and then come up and set up for the tournament here tomorrow. 2 free throws for the sophomore. First of 2 is good. 53-41, 143 to go. As in will be Drayton Knoll replacing Dominique Orozco. So Coach Novak putting in a couple of players that didn't have any fouls, one of those being Orozco to get some fouls here. Second free throw, and Vogelmore with 2, 54-41. Scott City clutch at the foul line when they have really struggled with the line most of the year. They are 10 of 10 in this fourth quarter. Minute 33 to go in this one. With it is Chris Palacios now with it from Denniston. Back to Denniston, right side, gets a screen, stops it, pops a 3, and that one's too strong. The rebound ripped away. It's Harrell with it. He'll go blocked that time by Metzger, and then rebounded here by Rumford into the hands of Metzger, who'll pull it back out. And a whistle, a blocking foul at high with a minute 14 to go. And 2 more free throws pending for Metzger. That's on Chris Palacios, his second. And 2 more for Metzger coming up. He has had a nice night. 16 points for the 6'1 senior. First to 2 is good. 55-41, 1:14 to go. This has been a 21-14 fourth quarter so far for Scott City as Vogelmore checks out. Second free throw for Metzger. That one's also perfect. 56-41, 1:14 to go in this one. And Scott City, just like that, has matched their largest lead of the night. They're on an 8-3 run here over the last minute and a half, and the layup is good for Palacios. He now has 56-43, final minute of this one. And Coach Brian Gentry has cleared the bench here. He will check in a whole bunch of subs next dead ball. Scott City gets it across with Jackson Rumford with 50 seconds to go. He had a nice little throwdown in the fourth quarter that electrified the crowd at the time. The young future of Scott City basketball sitting behind the bench tonight. They've got to enjoy this one as well. 40 seconds to go. Avery Knoll with it. Knoll with it, flips it to Lawson Bailey. He'll put it on the floor. Scott City just trying to burn some time. Rumford, 30 seconds left. Holcomb not fouling, just trying to play good defense. Rumford back to Metzger. 20 seconds to go. Now back to Jackson Rumford out high. The Beavers are going to snap a 5-game losing streak to Holcomb. The first win since February 2020 against the Longhorns, which was in this building. 10 seconds to go. And Scott City also in the process is going to snap a 3-game losing streak on the year and get to 5-4 on the year. They're going to hold this one out and come out with a 56-43 victory. They hold Holcomb to their season low of 43 points. Scott City now 5-4 on the year. Holcomb drops to 6-3 as they'll face Clay Center in the Hillsborough Trojan Classic on Tuesday. Let's step aside for a 3-minute timeout and come back with some post-game stats and comments. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain attractive places to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. To learn more, give us a call at 620-872-3790 or visit our website at scottcf.org. We are Scott Community Foundation, securing our community's future.
Not even the weatherman knows for sure what tomorrow will bring. But if there's no rain in your future, a drought. Although a long dry spell can ruin your crops, it shouldn't ruin your life. For more information, NAU Country Insurance Company and this business are equal opportunity providers.
No matter what your focus is, the Scott Recreation Commission features a wide variety of fitness activities, including free weights and cardio. With an affordable membership, you're able to access not only the fitness area, but also group fitness classes. Find out your workout opportunities at the Scott Recreation Commission Fitness Center, 912 Jefferson Street in Scott City. You can also sign up online at scottrec.org.
On the Safety tab, an important safety message brought to you by Wheatland.